You say here that there is a predictable pattern of people refusing to engage with evidence and only engage in character assassination and cannot contend with facts. I challenge you to a conversation in an arena of your choosing, a moderator of your choosing, and I will even let you have one additional person in the call that can help support you. We'll do a 2-on-1. I want to argue with you the facts of 1, the Saberspark allegations, 2, the DMCA claims, and 3, why you think that you can make mind-reading interpretations and why others are unable to do that. If you agree to do this conversation with me, I will take my old coverage down. If you have a live conversation with me and try to argue the facts with me, I will take down all of my previous coverage that includes your perceived copyright content. I will take it all down. All right, you guys, it is time to Kim our possible. So, for the uninitiated, who is I Love Kim Possible a lot? If you're here, I know that you know who she is, but if somebody stumbles across here that doesn't know who KP is an individual who was a brony YouTuber, kind of media analysis, really obsessed with My Little Pony, Disney adult, that kind of thing. KP got in some hot water making some allegations against Saberspark, and a lot of the allegations were completely unfounded. I don't smoke in bed, smile. So KP alleged that Saberspark was a rapist based on the testimony of someone named Emu Emmy. The allegations have all but been proven false by Emu Emmy's own testimony. The testimony itself was altered by KP. Obviously, everybody covered this very negatively. A lot of embarrassing stuff came out about KP. KP started false flagging everybody's accounts, channels, whatever the... So, she's back, okay? She's back. And she has put out a safety report, okay, on Barbie. Our beloved Barbie. The Barbie that we all know, love, and cherish, okay? Barbie has a safety report written on her. This is a whopping 92 pages long, okay? 92 pages long, okay? So we're going to put on our readers, you guys, and we're going to jump right in. If you're not caught up on all of the KP tent, myself, Beckett, Falgi, all of these people have covered KP pretty extensively. Of course, I recommend my coverage, of course. So feel free to check that out. All of those are neatly tucked away in a playlist titled KP/Saberspark. You can find the link for the playlist in the Discord, in the pinned messages, in the stream chat channel, okay? All of the playlists are in there. They're just unlisted so they don't clog up my homepage on YouTube because I think it looks ugly, and obviously aesthetics over functionality every single time. And while you're checking out the Discord, that's free. Like the stream, that's free. That makes me really happy, guys. That makes me really happy. You can also check out my merch, which is show-stopping, incredible, and brilliant. You guys can also always throw money at me in the form of super chats. You can throw money at me in the form of super stickers. You can also always buy memberships and gift memberships to your less fortunate mamacitas around you. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of white names in chat. It's okay to be white, guys, but it's better to be green in my chat because that means you have a membership and you get sick emotes that you get to spam, and you get to watch me crash out while we play Subnautica. We will be playing Subnautica probably on Thursday. But I am going to continue. I know, I'm sorry. I took a little bit of time off, kind of everything up with the holidays. I know, but we're getting back on the Subnautica train, okay? And of course, as I mentioned before, there's a lot of unsavory details that were revealed about KP in her previous coverage because she is unable to... She has a horrible, horrible case of foot-in-mouth syndrome. So it has been revealed that KP has allegedly a horrible BV, a horrible yeast infection that was there for months, which is crazy. That she never showers, that she pisses and shits herself regularly because she greens out on edibles, that she won't eat food unless it is Disney themed, meaning we won't eat spaghetti unless it's Lady and the Tramp style spaghetti, and many other unfortunate factors, including the fact that KP has never worked a real job in her entire life and is a Nepo baby, which is very sad to see. We hate to see it. So this is a safety report for Barbie, our beloved. Barbie, our beloved, okay? Barbie's life hangs in the balance. Let's determine if Barbie raped or did not rape. It is time for the Barbie Internet Safety Report review. So let's read, guys. We have 92 pages to Kim Are Possible to. So let's begin. Safety report. Barbie / Barbia. Aliases used by alleged attorney. And then we see here, this is Barbie's Christmas-themed username, Yuletide Barbea. Barbie. Spooky Barbie. Okay, for Halloween. Okay. Read first. We'll read this first, okay? This document is intended solely as a safety notice for adjacent online communities. No one should contact, harass, or engage with this individual. Okay, write that down. The purpose is to present an unbiased report of events to promote safety, awareness, documentation, and preventative measures, not retaliation. Okay, write that down. For best viewing, use a desktop. Google Docs can distort images while on mobile. What a helpful tidbit of information, okay? Ones in chat, if you have ever been personally victimized by Barbie, please. I'm going to start us off because I certainly have. So I personally am very happy to see that this nasty woman is being held accountable by an even nastier woman. It's about time that somebody called this bitch. I completely agree. Okay, who is Barbie? Barbie, also referenced as Barbea, is the online alias of an individual who publicly represents herself as a practicing attorney. KP, I also love how she writes this in third person as if it's not her writing this fucking document. KP was originally introduced, so she could say I was originally introduced. It's an air of authority, right? We're writing this on behalf of others. No, you're the only one that has a problem here, okay? KP was originally introduced to Barbie through her association with commentary YouTuber Goddamnit Malcolm. Oh! I know that guy. I know that guy. That guy fucking sucks. Yes. Put my mother name on it. Yeah. Let's first name, Goddamnit. Last name, Malcolm. Okay. Sorry, I just needed to get a little excited. I'm a little excited. I'm a little giddy, if you can't tell. A little giddy, okay? Following KP's coverage of Lily Orchard, Barbie appears to operate under her professional identity while participating in commentary spaces, presumably under the belief that offering informal legal analysis in this context will not negatively impact her legal career. Within the documented events, Barbie became involved in KP's situation, not as a legal counsel, but as an outside commentator who provided legal sounding opinions. Okay, what the f does that mean? Legal sounding opinions. Did she use big words? Did she use big words and that's why you thought that she was a lawyer? She used big words. She used big words and that make you think she's a lawyer. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, you guys, I'm so sorry. If you're a doctor and you stream on YouTube, like, just because somebody's a doctor doesn't mean they're your doctor. Sounds like we're a little delulu, which is a common theme here, okay? Presumably under the belief that offering informal legal analysis in this context would not negatively impact her career. Wow, that's a strong message. Okay. With the documented events, Barbie became involved in KP's situation not as legal counsel, but as an outside commentator who provided legal sounding opinions without formally representing KP, without establishing an attorney-client relationship. Okay, so what's the issue then? Why are we talking about professional allegations if you engage in a non-professional capacity? Can you zoom in a little bit for the older mamacitas? Yes, I can zoom in for the boomers in my audience. Yes, I can. How's that? Please talk to me about the visualization. Please talk to me about the size of the text. Are you guys okay? Is this good? Is this okay? Or would you like it bigger? Thank you so much. So sorry. Her role escalated when she participated in obtaining, receiving, and discussing or distributing private materials, including incomplete documents, at least one non-consensually recorded call, which later surfaced and publicly became a part of the broader public discussion and cycle surrounding KP after May 2025. The report highlights that Barbie took active steps to evaluate and comment on KP's private communications despite having no legal authority, no investigative mandate, no consent from KP, or to share those materials. Preliminary evidence also indicates that Barbie acted as an intermediary who covertly gathered private information on KP and then related to other commentators who were actively covering the case. Why? It's not a case. It's not a case. This isn't like a legal situation or whatever. This is like internet drama. Welcome to the internet, okay? Hello, it's my first day being alive. Also, I would like to take note here. Barbie took active steps to evaluate and comment on KP's private communications despite having no legal authority, no investigative mandate, and no consent. You guys cannot comment on literally anything that I do ever without legal authority, investigative mandate, or my consent. Okay, you do not have my consent to criticize me in any meaningful way. And if I see that you're criticizing me, you will be hearing from my attorney, parentheses Barbie, because you do not have my consent to criticize me. Okay, you do not. You do not. You have been stopped. Okay, you do not have my consent. So just write that down. Okay. In effect, she operated as a behind-the-scenes conduit for sensitive materials intended for eventual public release, known as, quote, gay op in commentary spaces. Barbie is gay, confirmed. Very cool. Functioning as an undisclosed information pipeline rather than a neutral observer. Okay, you got played. Problem? Guys, can somebody, where are my mods? Can somebody please time out Inky for the next 2 weeks? Thanks so much. Dude, I did zoom in. You want more? God, you guys are fucking blind. Okay, hang on. Jesus. Okay, how's that? How's that, Grandpa? Is this good? How's this? Is this good? Jesus. Barbie's involvement materially contributed to the spread of leaked, confidential, and unlawfully obtained content, and her statements were repeatedly framed with the authority of someone offering legal evaluation despite no formal role, duty of care, or procedural legitimacy. So let's pretend for a second if I was a doctor, if I said, hey, Cherry, you need to drink water more. I'm giving you doctor advice. I'm now your doctor. Like, this is a 2-year-old's understanding of the world. This is a 2-year-old's understanding of the world. Okay, summary of issues identified. This report outlines significant and potentially unlawful conduct by an individual using the aliases Barbie or Barbie, whatever, and related variations. The concerns include 1. The unauthorized acquisition and public disclosure of private information obtained through private communications. 2. Unauthorized taking and redistribution of proprietary creative assets, potentially violating copyright infringement, unauthorized access to digital information. So this would actually only work if this is content that KP owns, okay? When you send something like over Discord, like if we have a conversation over Discord, if I am talking to DZ over Discord and DZ records the call, Discord owns that call. I am not the owner of that call. Okay, that's not my call. It's not my content. It's not my property. It's Discord's, okay, first of all. Second of all, unauthorized access to digital information. This information was sent via the internet. Once it is publicly leaked, regardless of who leaked it, it is not private information. It is no longer private information. Unauthorized access. What does that mean? If I forward a picture, if I forward hog pictures to Inky, that's not, Inky doesn't have unauthorized access to my hog pics. I sent them to Inky. Please respond, by the way, smile. But not how that works at all. The state laws regarding theft or conversion of digital property, that's like ripping DVDs and shit like that. That's totally different anyway. Possible attorney misconduct, including misrepresentation of legal credentials and actions inconsistent with professional and ethical obligations. You guys, if you have a job, you are not allowed to do anything other than your job. Okay, I'm sorry. KP's right, okay? If you're a doctor, you're only ever allowed to be a doctor. You can do nothing else, okay? You always have on your doctor hat. In no circumstances are you not a doctor, okay? Sorry, you heard it here first, okay? Breach of trust and mishandling of confidential materials, including improper disclosure of internal documents and communications. Like, she acts like she's a fucking, like a company or something. You are an individual that has a dead YouTube channel. You're fine. You're fine. Timeline of relevant events. Number 1, initial contact, October 28th, 2024. KP contacted Barbie. So, again, we're writing this in the third person. I'm taking so many hits of psychic damage. I'm so uncomfortable. KP contacted Barbie, who... Ooh, also, fun fact, this is misinformation right here. This is a lie. This is a lie. Your Honor, please document this. I connected KP and Barbie. Your Honor, I would like the record to reflect. And since we're in the domain of leaking, I was the one that connected them. So for the people that have their reading glasses on, KP on October 28th, 2024 said, hello, can I have Barbie's contact information? I want to get her opinion about a sexual harassment case that we are dealing with. And then I sent this and I said, if you can DM her, let me know and I'll start a GC and then I can leave so you guys are still in contact. So that's actually a fucking lie. There's already a lie in the first, couple of pages of this document. I was the one that set them in. I put them in contact. Nice try, fucker. Put some fucking respect on my motherfucking name. It was me that connected you. You're welcome. Well, obviously not you're welcome now, but it was me. It was me. I was the one that did this. Okay. Although Barbie later deleted all of her messages, a crime, obviously, this is illegal. It is actually a violation of my consent if you delete any DMs that we've ever had. It's a violation of my consent. Do not do this. You'll be hearing from my attorney. KP said of the conversation in the presence of the calls and emojis remain visible, as well as KP being able to salvage the final confrontation between her and Barbie. Examples include timestamp showing calls initiated by Barbie and reactions or hearts on KP's messages. She hearted her messages, dog. This is in the 3rd degree. Look at this. This is a heart reply in the 3rd degree. It's not looking good for Barbie. This is digital. This is a violation of KP's consent. And then, okay, so she initiated the calls. Like, I don't know what you want anybody to say. You're the one that... Okay, not only did Barbie heart react this message, she also initiated a call. This is behavior. This is great behavior. Before, hey, can we talk? Sure, what's up? Let me be blunt. Are you going to be honest with me when I ask you about something? Yes. After. And then she deleted the messages. Okay, actually, didn't Barbie just make an entire new Discord account around this time? When is this? 2025? Barbie, when did you make your new account? Where are you? Because Barbie just, like, made an... Yeah. So here's my messages with Yuletide Barbie right here, guys. These are my messages with Yuletide Barbie. You can see there's nothing in here, I don't think. Oh, these are just the censored Poppy court documents. As you can see, this is me talking to myself, right? This is me talking to myself. That is because she got a new Discord account. She didn't just like delete all of her messages and shit like that. She just deleted her Discord account. That's all that happened. Don't know what that's about, but okay. So, KP, so this is just evidence of that. Okay, so number 2, trust building phrase. Oh my god, and Barbie groomed her too? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. The trust building phase? Barbie's a groomer. Wow. I'm calling 911 right now. Hang on, guys. We're ending the stream. I need to contact the local authorities. KP set boundaries, clarified intentions, and showed good faith interest in a possible friendship. What did messages from KP include? Yeah, I was trying to understand your angle via friend or just interested party or what. I know that we met through Malcolm. Oh, and then she spelled my fucking name wrong. Fuck you, bitch. There's 2 L's in there. 2 L's? 2 L's? Okay? Fuck you. Fuck you. Okay? And then why are you lying on my name? Why are you lying on my name, bitch? You were like, I was the one that KP contacted Barbie. And then down here we have a contradictory evidence that it was actually moi? Pour moi? It was pour moi? Okay, so then we have, I'm open to a friendship. I just wanted to make sure we're on mutual levels. I try to be practical and make sure they see me as an equal before I bother. Sorry, bitch. Go outside and make some real friends. At this point, KP had no reason to believe that Barbie would misuse information or breach confidentiality. If I have ever sent you a DM on Discord, if that leaks anywhere, you've broken our confidentiality agreement, and you will be hearing from my lawyers. Thank you so much. Write that down. Number 3, sharing of confidential project materials. August 18th, 2025. This also sounds like grooming to me. This is a bit, if you can't tell. I don't... Barbie didn't groom KP. I'm joking, but, you know. Sharing of confidential management. Okay. KP referenced having shared an early draft of her upcoming response video, quote, V2 script transcript with Barbie for feedback. I assume now at this rate you might as well wait till the video comes out, maybe 2-3 weeks. I already recorded it. I don't mind letting you the audio once it's edited. I guess it's just a paranoid of leaking. Sorry, brain fog. I'll shoot you V2 when it's out. Depending on notes. It's kind of like however long it takes. Rather get it right than just get it out. Obviously, that totally fucking backfired. She deleted. No, her response is still up, I think, but it just got. Wow, terrible chat GPT AI little thing. Hang on, where's my? You guys are gonna like this. Hang on. Ha ha ha. Everybody get ready. LOL. Everybody laugh out loud. Hang on. You're gonna like the bit. It's taking a second, but I'm getting there, okay? Okay, guys. Today we're here to talk about how I was groomed by Barbie, okay? Today we're discussing the grooming of Malcolm by Barbie. This is a very serious conversation, guys. It's very serious. It's time for me to take accountability as being a grooming victim. Thank you so much for your time and seriousness as I address this topic. Thank you so much. And then DZ for the 12 consecutive months of membership. 1 whole year. Top of the pyramid for sure today, DZ. Top of the pyramid for sure. You are absolutely getting a solo at Nationals. Thank you very much. KP is the stupidest whore alive. I totally disavow misogyny, but if I was engaging in misogyny, I would probably make a similar statement. Everybody witness DZ, please. Beautiful. Okay. Only 2 other people. Okay. Barbie's the one that leaked it, but other people had access to it as well. Can you prove chain of custody? Can you prove chain of command? Can you prove who had it first, who leaked it? I don't think that we can, so that's very interesting. 2 other people had access to the second individual who received the script is a private friend of KP. From well before she entered public work, he is not involved in creator communities and lacks any knowledge of these individuals central to this situation. That's her imaginary friend, by the way. That's her alter. Okay, so shared with so-and-so. Barbie, however, had explicitly named and referenced commentator Beckett of the YouTube channel, quote, Cope and Seethe. It's so ironic because that's what we're doing right now, guys, isn't it? We're coping and seething. That's beautiful. In prior conversations, as seen below, making her the only party with both motive and proximity. So you're doing like a lot of Scooby-Doo detective work that's going to blow up in your fucking face. We're making assertive claims of malice and wrongdoing under the assumption that, well, it couldn't have been anybody else, even though other people had access to it. That's pretty insane. You can't reasonably state, you can't prove definitively that Barbie was the one that leaked it without hacking into her computer, like, you know, fucking the FBI or something like that, which KP isn't even smart enough to, like, open a Google Doc without the accuser's real name on it with the Saberspark shit. I don't think that she's smart enough to, like, hack into someone's computer, so I think that we're safe for now. Knock on wood, we're safe for now, guys, okay? Possible manipulation and probing. Guys, wow. This is crazy. Barbie the groomer. That's insane. I can't believe that I have a groomer as a mod. That's insane. Insane. Very sad to see. We hate to see it. I'm sorry. I'll have to take accountability for having a fucking groomer on my mod team. Barbie knew that KP was greening out on edibles, and Barbie took advantage of her. Okay, sorry. We're being serious. These are serious. Stop laughing. This is serious, guys. This is serious. Lock in, okay? We could have a groomer here, okay? We could have a groomer on our hands, okay? Stop. It's not funny. Stop laughing. Barbie made unexpected personal comments clearly meant to provoke or extract reactions. Let's see what these are. No, I was honestly more surprised you didn't have anything to say about Beckett saying you're a trust fund kid who lives with your mom. Hasn't had a serious relationship or a job. I mean, listen, go off, queen. This is Barbie baiting KP into being like, no, I'm totally not owned. I totally have a job. I totally don't have a trust fund. I totally am not a virgin. I swear, you guys, I have real friends. I have a girlfriend. She just goes to another school, you guys. Stop. Wow, this is very manipulative and concerning behavior from Barbie. This is crazy. She was asking questions. Grooming. This is grooming. Asking questions. Grooming. Wow. It's not looking good for Barbie. It's not. This was the first overt sign of probing. Destabilizing behavior. Dude, she mind raped her. She mind raped her. That's crazy. Barbie the mind raper confirmed. That's insane. It is currently unclear if Barbie was inquiring about unverified private information of her own accord or was asked to do so by another party. Number 5. Count 5, okay? KP noticed that YouTuber Cope and Seethe / Beckett were suddenly in possession of a private call work in progress script as well as third parties covering said leak. Uploaded October 4th, 2025. The dates line up with when Barbie was given a script assets on September 23rd. When did the other people get them? When did the other people get them? That's crazy. KP says, not yet, but we'll be shortly just finishing up a background piece. KP says, all right, just send it off. KP confronted Barbie directly below the entire confrontation. Immediately after this confrontation, Barbie deleted all messages from her side of the chat. KP was blocked. Again, Barbie also completely, like, deleted her entire Discord account and made a new one. So that doesn't mean anything, okay? So we're getting here into the confrontation, you guys. We're getting into the confrontation, all right? So KP says, hey, can we talk? Barbie says, sure, what's up? KP says, let me be blunt. Are you going to be honest with me when I ask you about something? She says, yes. KP says, did you leak anything to Beckett? Barbie says, leak what? KP says, the video script I sent you to look over. She says, oh, nope, no, I haven't. Beckett doesn't even know that we spoke or speak. KP says, right, because the script was on lockdown and only you and one other person had it. Barbie says, and I haven't told anyone else we speak, so no one would know. And no, KP, it's not locked down, question mark. I think anybody can read it, question mark. She says, nope, I checked, specifically asked for an email too. She said, you know that though, right? It's not password protected. And maybe delete that screenshot. I don't want to know who blank is. So there's apparently private information in here that KP sent. Like, this stupid bitch is, like, sending screenshots with her fucking social security number in it. That's crazy. And then, I was going to say something else here. What was it? Oh, yeah. So where's the screenshot that she shared of this? So this is only people with access can open this link. So it's like, if you copy the link and share it, it can be shared, right? So it's not quote unquote on lockdown, but yeah. So, if I'm understanding right, you just locked the document down an hour ago. She says, that is your email, correct? She says, yep, please don't dox that email. KP says, right, I reopened it about an hour ago, but those were the original locked permissions. Beckett has the file name, and he could not have had it without the access to the file. I have no intention to dox you, blank. I know everyone keeps insisting that I'm dumb, but I'm not as dumb as they think. Cool, I wish you well then. So, I don't know what to say. You're sending around this email willy-nilly. in this link willy-nilly. I don't know what to say. And then assuming that, you know, more people have access to this than just KP, or excuse me, just Barbie, and then assuming immediately that it's Barbie, and Barbie's like, no, I literally didn't do that. That's crazy. In the above chat logs, KP confirms that Barbie confronts Barbie over the leaked material. Barbie tries to argue that the Google Drive sharing settings in the script are set to, quote, anyone with a link can view. When KP clarified that the script was locked and those permissions were changed 1 hour before this confrontation took place, Barbie stopped any engagement. Wow, she said no, and then you kept going? It sounds like KP is actually the rapist now. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Barbie said, I don't know, like, whatever, like, please don't blow up my shit or whatever. And then KP kept going. It sounds like she didn't respect her no or her boundaries. So it sounds like the raped was doing the raping the whole time. Crazy. Barbie's behavior is consistent with panic following discovery of misconduct. Oh my god, I had no idea that KP was a psychologist. That's crazy. KP? Psychologist? Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Good for her. Not only is it damning for any individual to scrub messages or delete evidence once their conduct is questioned, but from an attorney's perspective, it is especially serious and raises immediate professional red flags. Attorneys are required to preserve records and avoid destroying any altering or relevant materials. Okay, the ethics code is for at work. Okay, I know that I love being unemployed a lot is really unfamiliar with professional and personal expectations. If somebody is a lawyer and they're not your lawyer, they're not at work, they're not lawyering right now, yes, there are certain ethical expectations where if Barbie was like planning to like blow up a building or something, obviously that's the code of conduct or whatever. Engaging in like shitty drama online does not require that she follows like the bar association's standards of ethics while she's like glup shitto chatting in discords and shit like that. That is honestly, like, I'm not even fucking kidding. That's like a 5-year-old's fucking understanding of the world. That is so fucking brain dead, dude. Like, if you are an attorney and you're doing illegal shit, that does call into question your ability to ethically practice law. Just because somebody sends you a juicy screenshot, and this is all alleged, by the way, there's no proof that Barbie was the one that shared this around, or the original file link or whatever of this conversation or what have you. If, let's just pretend if, for 1 second, it was proven that Barbie did share this around, it doesn't matter. That is not an ethical standard that she has to follow as an attorney. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking insane. That's great. It's true. It's the teacher lives at school. The teacher doesn't have a house. The teacher's house is school. It's literally a 5-year-old's fucking understanding of the world. It's insane. It is insane. Maintain honesty and transparency in investigative and disciplinary inquiries. Somebody asking your opinion on something and helping you with your glup shitto fucking YouTube expose is not legally binding. This is not a fucking investigation. This is not Law and Order SVU, you stupid bitch. What are you talking about? What is going on? I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Okay. Deleting communications during a dispute creates the appearance of obstructing an investigation, conduct prohibited. I'm sorry, you're not the one. You're not the one. You're not on Law and Order SVU. This is not the Gamergate episode that was about you, Brianna Wu. The delusions of grandeur is just fucking insane. It's insane. That wasn't even the real version of the script. It was full of filler and never intended for full release. I don't really care about what was leaked. The issue isn't the draft. Is that someone leaked a confidential document, that's all. And it seemed to manipulate me to do so. You guys, I don't understand. Here's a really important question. How come when you go to the doctor or you go to see a therapist or whatever, they're not like documenting their notes on like Google Docs or like the Google Drive? Because it's not confidential. It's not confidential. It's not confidential. I don't know what to tell you. Fucking drama commentary online is not fucking confidential. You do not have the expectations of a legal consultation or legal precedent or legal rules of engagement or legal rules of ethics when by your own admission, this person is not your fucking lawyer and your lawyer isn't, and this person isn't offering you legal counsel. And you even say that in your own fucking document. She is the queen. She must have the most insane fucking foot fetish, the way that she gobbles on her own little toes, just gobbling up the toes. Like she's sucking her own feet so fucking hard, dude. It's like you posted in here specifically that you know that she's not your fucking lawyer, but you're expecting her to engage in a code of conduct as a lawyer, as a glup shitto on the internet that may or may not be like, hey, I think this is a stupid fucking idea. Okay, very cool, very cool, very cool, very cool. I'm going to start abusing marijuana. I'm going to consume marijuana today. This is crazy. This is crazy. Number 6, discovery of unauthorized recording on April 30th or October 30th. Happy Halloween. Okay, KP later became aware that Barbie had recorded a private call with her, and the audio was uploaded to YouTube by the YouTuber Goddamnit Malcolm. Oh, was I the first one to do that? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's really interesting. The thing that I think is just cuckoo bananas is KP records calls all the time, and she actually uploads segments of those calls when it behooves her. But then she wants to complain that her private calls are being recorded. Rule of thumb. But what's the golden rule, you guys? Treat others how you want to be treated. I don't record calls, and if I did, I would just straight up be like, yo, I think that you're a two-faced backstabbing bitch, and I'm going to record this call. That's probably like the best practice, but do unto others as you want done unto you, okay? If you don't want people being a snake and a rat, don't be a fucking snake and a rat. Very simple, very simple. So I have no empathy or no pity for this, okay? I think that recording calls is stupid and gay, but like if you're gonna bitch and moan and wring your hands over fucking people recording your shit, you set that precedent, okay? You opened that door. You are the one that was recording people's calls. You were the one that recorded Chris from DA Games and then uploaded that to humiliate him and maliciously clipped it to make it sound like he was admitting to jerking off into your underwear, to kimming his possible. It was maliciously edited, intentionally, to make him look guilty of something that he literally did not do, and you know that he didn't do. So fuck off with that shit. That's fucking stupid. If you don't want people doing snake shit to you, don't play in the snake grass. Don't have on your snake costume. You two-faced little... Okay. Based on Barbie's pattern of behavior, it would seem likely that Barbie recorded every call she had with KP, but this was the only one publicly available at the time of this writing. I had plenty of calls with Barbie, okay? I say lots of embarrassing shit to Barbie, okay? Barbie could blow my shit up. I say a lot of embarrassing stuff, okay? Tell a lot of embarrassing stories about my life, okay? Barbie doesn't record calls with me because I'm not a fucking snake. Barbie isn't concerned that I'm going to stab her in the back or leak shit or whatever, okay? Again, be the change you want to see in the world, okay? If you want people to not be a fucking rat, don't be a fucking rat then, okay? Don't be a dirty little fucking tattletale rat.
Fucking little tattletale rat!
Crazy. Okay. Although Malcolm claims that, quote, Beckett had/has a lead call between KP and Barbie, Beckett could not have been the recorder because he was not present during this call. Are you honestly so fucking brain rotted? Are you dead fucking serious right now? I'm not saying that he recorded it, you stupid bitch. I'm saying that he has a copy of it. Hello? 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 Also, KP, why don't you just jump in a call? Why don't you jump in a call? Why don't you jump in a call? I messaged her and I asked. And she never got back to me. I literally... Where is it? Let's see. October 16th, 2025. Hey, just wanted to reach out. I am aware you were able to talk to Barbie. Wanted to offer a combo if you wanted to have one. For transparency's sake, it would either be off stream and recorded or on live stream. If you're interested, let me know. If not, no worries. Seems like we have a lot of beef that we don't want to squash, okay? Let's grow up. Let's grow up. You're like you could be my fucking grandma, KP. Let's grow up a little bit. Let's grow up a little bit. Okay. Let's see here. Malcolm used this as the explanation for how the leaked audio was obtained, implying... No, you stupid fucking ding-dong rat. No, I'm not implying anything. I'm saying that he had a copy. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Beckett had a copy. That's what I said. Beckett had a copy. That's what I said. If you're too stupid to connect those dots, I pray for the synapses that you've killed, frying your brain cells with fucking marijuana. I'm very sorry. Implying that Malcolm got the call through Beckett rather than through Barbie directly, and Beckett or Malcolm recorded it or obtained it in some other way. However, this explanation is impossible since Beckett was not present for the call, he did not participate in it, was not added, and has no access to the audio. KP only had 5 total Discord calls with Barbie, and Beckett is not listed in any of them. Okay, everybody knows that Beckett wasn't there, you fucking idiot. Obviously, Beckett got a copy of it. That's what I was talking about. That's what I said. That's what I said. That's what I said for everybody that has more than 10 collective brain cells to rub together to keep warm. Okay, yes, I was saying that Beckett had the call. He had a copy of the call, not that he recorded it. Let's write that down. Plain English. Clear as day. Okay, write that down. There is no known documentation or supporting evidence of KP, Barbie, and Beckett having a three-way group call together. A three-way, you say? Ooh la la. A menage a trois. The only other person on that call besides KP was Barbie. KP would have no motivation to record Barbie and or distribute the call to Beckett/Malcolm. And there's 2 L's again. What? There's 2 L's. Therefore, regardless of whatever narrative Malcolm... Oh, and then we spelled it right here. chat BPD fucking wrote this. Jesus Christ. Regardless of whatever narrative Malcolm or Becca tried to offer, the recording by process of elimination could only have come from Barbie. Obviously, you fucking idiot. Are you serious? Is there anybody out here who's like, oh my god, the call, like, was recorded by a ghost? The call recorded itself. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. The gun shot my grandma. It wasn't me. Are you fucking serious? Dude, I'm not kidding. Stop eating edibles. Stop smoking weed. Stop. You're killing your brain. You're killing your brain. Stop. It's insane. The circumstances surrounding the acquisition and publication of the audio suggest that Malcolm and or Beckett may have been aware the call was recorded without consent. This cannot be confirmed based on currently available documentation. Truth be told, my assumption was either that you... actually, you know what? Let's play by the same rules. Let's play by the same rules. Pop quiz. Who remembers what KP said about Chris not knowing that that call was recorded where she got him to confess to the jizzing in the undies story and then apologizing for it? Who remembers what the justification was for KP when somebody said you didn't have Chris's consent to record that call? Pop quiz. Who remembers what she said? She said there should have been a reasonable inference that he was recording the call. It should have been reasonably inferred by the nature of the call that it was being recorded. That's what she said. That's what she said. Okay. Malcolm's explanation is seemingly a deflection. What's my motherfucking name, bitch? Meant to shield Barbie legally. None of this has traversed into the arena of legality. Okay. None of this has traversed into the area of legality. Okay. Unfortunately, I think that it's stupid, but it is common practice in a lot of these communities for people to record calls. That is common practice. It is not a question of legality. It's more so a question of ethics. Do you find it appropriate to record these calls? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's dumb. We shouldn't be recording calls. You can just say, hey, I think that you're a rat fuck, and I'm going to record this call because I don't fucking trust you. I think that's fine. However, this is not a question of legality, okay? I think it's weird, and I think it's stupid, and I think it's kind of gay to have a lot of this stuff like stockpiled, you know, like a nuclear arms race where if somebody rocks your shit, you're going to nuke a bunch of private information about them. I think that's gay. However, okay, this is not a question of legality. Not at all, okay? Not at all. This is especially damning based on Malcolm's earlier statement. May 9th, 2025, timestamp 214 to 247. Recording someone without their explicit knowledge, I think, is a shitty thing to do, you guys, and also occasionally illegal depending on where you live. Doing snake shit is not a good way to conduct yourself because you ruin your own credibility. Word to the wise, if you ever find out somebody's doing this, you will never catch me talking to them anywhere but public because it's rat shit, Malcolm. Correct. That is 100% correct. I do not talk to, like, Barbie, quote-unquote, privately. We talk in the mod Discord server. That's what we do. We chat in there. We shoot shit. We shoot the girl shit. The other thing, too, is I'm not saying anything incredibly juicy, damning, anything like that, okay? And let's be completely honest, when we're talking about the legality of two-party consent, the precedent that is set for calls on Discord is that calls like that are the property of Discord, okay? Because typically, how it works, you guys, if you are in a state, so let's say that you live in, Kansas, okay? I don't know the law in Kansas, so I'm making this up, okay? There's two different kinds of consent. There's one-party consent and two-party consent. One-party consent does not require that you inform somebody that you're recording. So I can be on a call with DZ. DZ is telling me about how his mom sucks, okay? I secretly record the call, send it to DZ's mom, and I'm like, tee-hee-hee, DZ's a fucking asshole. Kill him, okay? That's what I'm doing. I'm being an asshole. I'm a shit stirrer. I'm stirring the pot, okay? In a one-party consent state, that is completely fucking legal, okay? In a two-party consent state, if I'm having a phone call with DZ about how his job sucks and he hates his job and blah, 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 and I'm secretly recording that and I send that to DZ's job to try to get him in trouble, that is illegal because I'm recording DZ without his consent. One, you need to be able to demonstrate where these calls took place. Two, you need to be able to determine what the consent laws around these recordings are. And then three, you have to challenge the legal precedent that when there are like drama calls that are done on Discord, that is not your property. It is Discord's property. You do not have the claim to that. So if I am in a scalding hot gossip session with Beckett and I'm talking shit about everybody. I'm talking shit about DZ. I'm talking shit about Barbie. I'm talking shit about Arby. I'm talking shit about Lupus. I'm talking shit about Lavishly Lavender. I'm talking shit about everybody. And Beckett's like, this is fucking hilarious. And then leaks the call. That's not a question of legality, okay? That's not a question of legality because that is Discord's property, okay? Now, obviously, with significant crimes, like if I am in a VC on Discord and I'm like showing my screen or whatever, and I'm committing a crime and somebody records that, that's an entirely different conversation. It is not a crime to talk shit on Discord. That is not a fucking crime, okay? I know that KP wants being mean and being, you know, kind of catty and shit like that to be a crime because it protects her from being fucking endlessly, mercilessly cyberbullied, okay? It's not illegal to do that. It is not illegal to talk shit online, okay? Otherwise, we would all be in jail. And I call top bunk, fuckers, okay? Okay, based on the available information, either Malcolm was misled by Beckett about how the recording was obtained. I was not. You're just fucking stupid. I was not. You are just fucking stupid. I know where the call came from. I was saying that Beckett had a copy of it. I obviously know where it came from, dumb fuck. I know that there were 2 of you in the call. Uno, dos. I can fucking count. Jesus Christ. I hate this bitch. I hate this bitch. I hate this. Ah. So what's my motherfucking name, bitch? Okay. KP on this, and then I like how she's like giving a statement to herself. I'm imagining her giving herself this pep talk in the mirror. That's what I'm imagining here. That's what I'm imagining. Hey, so this is KP giving herself an interview for her own hit piece.
I want to be clear about this. I have only ever recorded someone without their consent in very limited situations involving alleged sexual misconduct or grooming, and only after confirming it was legally permitted. These decisions were about safety and documentation.
If I remember correctly, that convention that they were at, that was in California. California is a 2-party consent state. Checkmate, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. I fucking got you there.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah, but, okay. And then also, sexual misconduct. We're really hanging on to this sexual misconduct because the most interesting thing about KP is that she's the ultimate victim. That's the most interesting thing about her, is that she has no personality other than what she perceives as social currency, which includes personal victimization. Somebody telling a fucked up joke about you is not this, oh my god, I was fucking right. No, that's not what this is. He told a stupid fucking joke. I get it, okay? I'm sorry. It doesn't matter how upset you are about it. It doesn't make you a victim of like sexual like harassment or aggression or anything like that. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. Let's see. All right, so let's move on. So this is KP's statement, obviously, okay? I do not have full insight into how that recording was acquired. Are you honestly this fucking stupid? Obviously, Barbie recorded it. You fucking dumb. I have no insight onto how it was acquired. It was obviously recorded, you fucking idiot. Obviously, the other person in the call, there's 2 of you, and it wasn't you, obviously. Unless this is a psyop. What if KP recorded this and then disseminated it to embarrass herself? Really makes you think, doesn't it? My actions through this process have been guided by a desire to protect myself, create an accurate record, and seek accountability where appropriate, not to retaliate or escalate. That's not true. Otherwise, you wouldn't copyright strike people's shit for fun, for a leisure activity. I do want to give Malcolm, spelled wrong, the benefit of the doubt and assume that he didn't know the details about the acquisition of the call, but I don't have access to all the private discussions informing those decisions. I purposely not sent DMCAs against him specifically because he seems to not know the nature of the leaks. Time will tell, I guess, once this goes public. I don't know if you've been fucking paying attention or not, KP, so this message is for KP. If you're not KP, keep strolling. This message is for you. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Number 1 rule of the internet, in commentary spheres specifically, where you are, even on your side of the internet, it does not matter. People that issue false copyright claims are immediately turned into the laughingstock, the whipping boy, and the black sheep of any fucking community, and your reputation is destroyed, okay? Because you are playing dirty because you don't like that you look like the fucking idiot that you are. What happened with the copyright strikes that went to Beckett's channel? What happened to the copyright strikes that went to Fauci's channel? What happened to the copyright strikes that went to Hidden's channel? Why did they not go anywhere? Why were they counterclaimed and then they were dropped? It's because you're full of hot air. That is why. Because you have fucking nothing. You know that it's fair use. You know that the copyright strikes won't go anywhere because all of the copyright strikes were counterclaimed and they all died. Because it's not going to court. You can't afford to go to court. You have nothing to fucking stand on. Okay? Do it. Copyright strike me. Do it. And it'll be the same thing that happened with Beckett, that happened with Hidden, that happened with Fauci. It's going to go nowhere. because there's nowhere for it to go. It is a waste of your time. It is a waste of your parents' money. It's a waste of my fucking time because unlike you, I'm an adult. I have a fucking job. I have shit that I have to do. I can't sit on my fucking ass and get high all day and ask other people to make me Lady and the Tramp fucking chicken nuggets, okay? If you want to do that, please be my fucking guest. I'll take him down. I have them all saved. And then as soon as you ran off the fucking internet again, I'll just put them right back up. We can do this song and dance for as long as you fucking want to, okay? I don't care. I lose nothing by taking down the videos that have already been public for, what, 6 months now? Because your reputation is already completely fucking destroyed. And nothing you do is going to bring it back. You can copyright strike every single motherfucker that ever says your name in public. Your reputation is tarnished. You will never get your fucking Disney show. You will never get your channel back. You will never have productive viewership. You will never have a positive reputation. You will never have affinity in any of these communities that you tried to infiltrate, that you had good standing with, and you fucking ruined. Because you are too fucking stupid to take the advice that good-willed and good-hearted people gave you because you think that you know best. You obviously fucking don't. You're still at rock bottom with a fucking pickaxe digging to the core of the earth. And God willing, at least you'll get to hell faster than if you died right now at the rate that you're fucking going, okay? So do it. Fuck you, do it, okay? Do it. Make it worse for yourself. Continue to dig your hole. I lose no sleep from it. You're the one that's asleep in a 6-foot fucking hole with no friends, no support, no viewership, no fucking money, no connections, no BronyCons, no Disney TV show. Fucking do it. Do it. No one is afraid of you. Not a single fucking person. You are like a 45-year-old fucking woman that can't have food unless it's in the shape of Lilo and Stitch. No one is afraid of you. The only thing they're afraid of is that you're gonna get your fucking yeast infection on their couches if you come over. Nobody is intimidated by you. Everybody's tired of this. The cycle was dead. Everybody had moved on. Nobody was even thinking about you. Learn your fucking lesson. For once in your life, learn your fucking lesson. Scurry off into the night. Stop doing this. Make another YouTube account under the name I Hate Kim Possible a Lot and do stupid fucking videos over there and no one will fucking bother you. You're shoving your shit in places where it doesn't need to be. What you're turning into is Rose Malay. You are the Rose Malay of the Brony community. Everybody recoils when they hear your fucking name because you're such a fucking insolent waste of space in this community. You contribute nothing. You create nothing other than money for me. Money pour moi. Money pour Fauci. Money pour Beckett. Okay? That's all you're doing is you're giving me money. You are losing. You are giving Fauci money. You are losing. You will never see a cent of any of this money because you're wasting your time. You are wasting your time picking fights that you can't win to hang on to a reputation that you don't have. Let it go. Let it go, babe. Let it go. Let it go. Move on. Grow up. Jesus. Oh, all right. Sorry, guys. Wow. Anyway. Crazy. I didn't even know that you guys were here. That's so embarrassing. I thought this was a private message. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm reinvigorated by the healing light of Christ. Okay, let's continue. My actions throughout this process have been guided by a desire to protect myself, blah, 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 blah. Okay, wait, that one, sorry. Also note, throughout the leaked calls, Barbie repeatedly positioned herself as an informal interpreter of KP's thoughts, motives, and emotional state, despite never being authorized to speak on KP's behalf. We're never beating the grooming allegations, Barbie. Sorry, you're fucked. Examples include statements such as, quote, she doesn't realize how people hear her, quote, she reacts that way because she panics, quote, and, quote, you have to look at KP a certain way or you'll misunderstand her. Oh my god, she did the horrible thing of trying to cushion you. She did the horrible thing of trying to give you charity and grace to other people who looked upon you poorly. That evil bitch, Barbie. You could only dream of having friends like Barbie that have your best interest at heart, KP, because apparently none of them do. Very crazy. This pattern appears to be an attempt to gain social authority and credibility within commentary circles by presenting herself as someone with a special insight into KP. No, she's literally just trying to keep you from self-immolating. She's doing you a favor, but I know that you can't see that because you're dumb. KP found this personal commentary extremely unsettling and parasocial. You have to have some kind of social clout in order to, like nobody's parasocial with you, dude. Nobody's like, oh my god, the I Love Kim Possible a Lot YouTuber. Oh my god, I love her. Does anybody remember when KP did that horrible Q&A at that Brony convention and nobody wanted to ask her questions and it was really embarrassing and awkward? And she looked like that bitch from White Chicks? Yeah. People are really throwing themselves at your feet, just begging for your attention and parasocial engagement. Very true. KP found personal commentary extremely insulting. Okay, all of Barbie's appearances on quote Goddamnit Malcolm channel. We know that guy. That's my name, bitch, but you spelled it wrong. Even if they have no relevance to KP directly, have been archived here for safety purposes. Oh my god. Do we need to copyright strike her? You guys, she's archiving my streams. She's archiving my streams. Should we look and see if these are just straight rips? If these are straight rips of my VODs, I am copyright striking her. Are these straight rips of my VODs? No, okay. They're, okay, just checking. They're MP4s. Because I have actually had, and I never do anything about it, but I've seen people rip my VODs and re-upload my entire full VODs. So if she was doing that, two can play at that game, bitch, because you're not getting free content from me, okay? You are the content. You are the cow. My thoughts on the whole situation... Oh, KP, quoting herself in her own fucking article, by the way. My thoughts on the whole situation have been evolving as I learn new information and talk to professionals. The professional is herself when she's high. And it's disappointing that my changing understanding has been framed as dishonest, based on private reflection. It seems like I can't even reflect on the situation without interference. Barbie's analysis of me I found particularly creepy. I barely knew her. Something that I will say, and this is something that for all of my autistic girlies in chat, some people are easy to read and other people are not so easy to read. Okay? With enough practice, enough patience, and enough understanding, and enough like kind of, you know, training yourself to see these things, you will be able to see through to what every single person is with very little effort. Unfortunately, KP is somebody who wears all of her insecurities on her sleeve. And she is very easy to read. She is somebody who constantly seeks validation, and she is somebody who needs to be seen as some kind of important or influential figure in any situation. Okay? And you can ping that a mile away. Anybody who's ever seen her content or seen her talk to other people, she's very invested in being seen as somebody with influence, and she's very invested in external validation for the things that she does. And that almost always comes from a very, very, very unsatisfying personal life, which means that we haven't really done anything worth reviling, okay? We don't have any accolades, we don't have any education, we aren't particularly talented or skillful at anything, and most importantly, we do not get validation from others interpersonally. Now, when I say that, I don't mean that you're like people are just ignoring you or nobody talks to you or whatever. But even in the instances where you are doing something correctly, you feel that you are not getting enough positive attention for it. And you can read KP like a book, cover to cover, with very minimal effort. She is very concerned about her image. She is very concerned about being perceived as a YouTuber that has some kind of credibility, whether it be in the animation industry, whether it be in community safety. That perception of her is very important to her, and when that perception is threatened, she'll play dirty to try to correct it. Little does she know, she's only making it worse. I don't want to say this to be mean, but I'm gonna say it, and it's gonna sound mean. I barely knew her. Everybody can see through you. Everybody can see you for exactly what you are. And it's an attention-starved fucking loser that got all of your validation from good boy points from fucking teenagers on the internet for doing something that they thought was cool. That is what she is. And you can see it clear as day. It doesn't take particular insight or particular skill to be able to read that. You can smell it. You can see it a mile away. She is a deeply insecure person. And Barbie tried to help you. And because your incessant need to be seen as somebody providing some kind of unique service, you were unable to humble yourself and take the advice that potentially could have saved you in this entire situation. Because Barbie told her this was a dumb idea. We saw the messages, Barbie told her, and she did it anyway. If you would have listened to Barbie instead of thinking that you're right all the time, which again is a deep sign of insecurity, unable to, consult insight from other people, you wouldn't be here. But knowing this, she wouldn't build a time machine and go back and correct this. No, she would make the same mistake over and over again because pride cometh before the fall. Okay, identification concerns. KP's attempt at verification. And this is going to be insane. KP sent a professional courtesy email to the suspected individual via the publicly listed state bar contact information. I want to let you guys know, if I was somebody who worked at like a courthouse and I got these schizophrenic emails, I would call a welfare check. You would be institutionally detained for this. This is insane. You are upset that somebody snaked you on the internet, and you're going to try to procure their in real life information and get them fired from their fucking job. You are deranged. You are so severely mentally unwell that you should be kept away from the public for your safety and others. That's fucking insane. Okay? Fucking insane. So we have, hi blank, I'm reaching out because I'm dealing with an instance of being recorded without my consent, and your name blank, listed bar number blank appears to fit what the person described. The recording described was uploaded without my consent and my knowledge to YouTube. It can be found here. Could you please confirm whether or not you're this person? It'd be easier with a brief 5 to 10 minute phone call to clarify. Again, this is evidence that KP has never had any kind of like real life job. If you are a professional and you get this email, this is going directly into spam in the garbage. That's where it's going. Block sender into spam. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about right now? What do you mean, dude? Okay, so this is the email. Email 2. Hi, I am following up on my previous email. I haven't heard back. So this was sent on November 12th. The initial email was sent on November 6th. What day of the week was November 6th? Because this is important. Okay, November 6th was a Thursday. November 12th was a Wednesday. So what? 4 business days? We gave this person 4 business days. Oh, sorry. For people that don't have a job, a business day is like a regular work day. So if you send an email at 4 o'clock on Friday and you don't get a response by end of day Monday, that is 1 business day. That is 1 business day that you have not heard back from that individual. That is 3 normal days. That is 1 business day. Okay? People have jobs. People have shit to do. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. And probably whatever fucking attorney got this, doubt it was Barbie, whatever fucking attorney got this is probably like a civil defense attorney that has like 60 fucking cases. They don't have time to respond to your stupid fucking email about some stupid shit on youtube.com. Okay? I'm reaching out because I'm dealing with an instance of being recorded, blah, blah, blah. Could you please confirm? Okay, we read this. And then this is the second email. I'm following up on my previous email. I haven't heard back, and yet I'm hoping to confirm or deny this simple detail. For transparency, I'm CCing an email that is confirmed to be a link to this person that recorded me without my consent and knowledge, so they're aware of the request as well. If your policy is not to respond to requests like this, quick confirm or deny. If it's your policy to not respond, they're not going to respond, dumb fuck. If it's your policy to not do this, could you just do this anyway? This self-important arrogance is fucking disgusting to me. These are people that are busy, that have professional lives. Like, I couldn't imagine. Like, I mean, I guess I could imagine if I was like an unemployed 45-year-old couch blob. It's like, you have no idea. The ask. This is insane. If I don't hear back within 7 to 10 business days, I'll proceed based on the information currently available. This is a threat. You are threatening a lawyer that may or may not have anything to fucking do with this. You deserve to be in a padded cell, dude. This is fucking crazy. The courtesy window for confirming or denying the identity in relation to this recording has now closed because I did not receive a response within 7 to 10 business days provided. I proceeded based on the evidence available. At this stage, relevant institutions have been contacted for verification and next steps. I will not be initiating further direct communication. Regards, Rachel. So let's be 100% real here, you guys. Let's be 100% real. I want to be just totally transparent with everybody here, okay? This was in November of 2025. It is now January of 2026. KP, I want you to wake up and hear the music. Nothing is coming from this. No one is losing their license, confirmed or otherwise, over this. It's not fucking happening. You are not the center of the universe. This story is not about you. Okay? No, you are not entitled to anyone's time of day. This is insane. So, because KP has a mail tracker extension in her inbox, just say because you stupid bitch. This makes this so annoying to read. She was able to see that the emails were opened. First opened on, today opened at this. So, this person opened the emails and probably just immediately fucking deleted them. This implies that the recipients were receiving the emails but actively choosing not to respond. Yeah, because you're schizophrenic. The current status is of 1/21/26. KP has done the following. Notified the relevant state bar, including sending the report of advance for public release. This is a good way to get put on a watch list and get, like, literally institutionalized. Like, that's what's going to happen here, okay? Filed an attorney general office complaint. You are literally deranged. And then notified the local police. What are you notifying the police of, you fucking psychopath? What are you talking about? Hello, 911? This girl on the internet has a stinky pussy. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? This is You guys, this is like Chris Chan levels of fuckery. What is going on here? What is going on? You're calling the cops to report what? Somebody uploaded a rude YouTube video of you? I have to do this. I have to do this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Do you know what happens to people that do this? And this is a word of caution for all of you. This is a word of caution for all of you. Do you know what happens to people like this? Their contact information is filed under do not respond ever. Okay? So if for whatever reason their KP has a legitimate grievance with the bar association, or she has a legitimate grievance and needs to call the police, they're just gonna fucking ignore you, bro. They're just gonna fucking ignore you, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is something that does happen with people that misuse emergency resources. Did you guys know that it is a felony to misuse police resources by calling 911 for stupid shit? Did you know that? If you call 911, you say, help, I lost my phone, and, you know, like, you're not like, it'll actually later, it's not, you know, whatever. If you misuse it, that is a felony, dog. That is a felony, dog. You are misusing police resources. I love committing felonies a lot. What the fuck is going on, bro? What the fuck is going on, bro? I'm calling the police on myself. This is crazy. This is crazy. I have to go piss, girl. I need to smoke a cigarette really quick. Quick break, guys. Quick break. Holy shit. Let's continue, guys. Let's continue. Okay. Current status as of 1/21/26. So, yep, we just called the police. Okay. Additional documentation is preserved. Below is proof of filing. And so this will acknowledge the receipt of your disciplinary inquiry. Okay. And that was on November 25th. And then inquiry complaint form. This is just her filling it out. Summary of conduct involved. Receipt of restricted documents was provided. No access public documents under a clear or limited purpose. The only way that this would work is if she said, if it was documented. So this is like the only way that this would work. Okay. Let's say that I have a hot gossip hit piece. Okay. And I'm sending it to DZ because I want DZ to proof watch it and like let me know what I can improve or whatever. And I don't want DZ to leak it. Okay, the only way that DZ would be held in any kind of way accountable for this is if I included the message like, DZ, this is not released. It's private. Please do not share with anyone else. This is just for you. Okay, if that's documented somewhere, maybe. Okay, but she's relying on the expectation of privacy. She's relying on the expectation that it will remain private. Not that it was clearly stated, but that the expectation that it will remain private. And even then, even if I say, DZ, please don't share this, pretty please. It's super private, pretty please with a cherry on top. Please don't tell anybody that I have chlamydia. Please don't do it. Please don't tell anybody. Please don't tell anybody that I smoke meth. Okay. Even if I say that, can I still get in trouble for that? I don't know. Probably not, because it's like a fucking YouTube hit piece, okay? What's the date of this? This is on the 18th. This is on 10/18. This is on October 18th. Wait a minute. Hang on 1 second. Where are these messages with Barbie? October 7th, 2025. Okay. Remember that. Write that down. October 7th. 11/23. These ones are from 10/18. Okay. Have you already complained to the company or individual? No. That's a lie. This is, excuse me, lying on a police report. Lying on a police report. That's also a felony. We have two felonious actions that we have admitted to here. Misusing emergency resources and committing false information on a police report. That's crazy. That's a lie. Has the matter been submitted to another agency or attorney? Yes. But yes, she did contact Barbie about this. That's a lie. That's a false police report. Nice. Good job. Or, well, this is the state attorney, but same shit. You know what I mean? You know. Wow. And it wouldn't be a KP document without the shitty boomer memes. Wow. That's beautiful. This is a very serious public safety report, you guys. This is a very serious public safety report. Pertinent clarification from Cope's coverage. All right, let's go. Let's attack Beckett. Yes, my favorite. Okay, Cope Beckett statements are attempt to launder potentially illicitly attained files. Laundering. We're laundering shit now. Oh, okay, sure. Beckett admits that he was actively trying to obtain KP's private audio. He states, at the time of recording, I've been unable to gain a copy of the original audio drafts. Okay, yeah. investigative journalists try to get shit, like, all the time. Like, I don't have a copy of this paperwork or whatever. Not saying that this is the same thing as, like, investigative journalism, right? I'm just, like, using a comparison. Just because there's some hot gossip going on and somebody wants access to it doesn't mean that he's laundering shit. Laundering. Okay, you're insane. This is critical. It demonstrates that Beckett was actively attempting to obtain private material, not merely receiving something from a neutral or credible source. His frustration at not having the audio aligns directly with Barbie's attempts to access KP's audio is seen below. Okay, so this is... I'm just going to read it. No, I'm not going to read the text because this bitch be lying. I'm going to actually read the actual screenshot. Sorry for getting back to you. I was out last night. In regards to your offer to look over the audio, I just don't think I can bring myself to do that right now. I finally reviewed Beckett's coverage recently, and it really upset me. On one hand, I can see he tried to give me space to talk it the same way he framed things as character assassination. It left me with a strong impression that Saber influenced the narrative more than people realize. Because of that, I can't bring myself to trust anyone in this process right now, but thanks for your understanding. And then she says, kinda, I'm trying to be careful about... who I trust right now. Okay, whatever. I don't care. Also, just for the record, if anybody remembers, what was the number one criticism? What is the number one criticism of Beckett in the I Love KP a lot coverage? It's that he was way too fucking nice to KP. He was like, she's just dumb. She's not dumb. She's malicious. She's vindictive, and she's an evil bitch. That was the original criticism, if you guys remember correctly. So Beckett was actually the most charitable person to her in all of this. She has a really bad habit of, like, blowing up bridges that she may or may not have had, right? Like, at the very least, Beckett was trying to help her, okay? At the very least, Beckett was trying to help her. And at the very least, so is Barbie. And those are two people that were genuinely trying to be like, dude, like, just shut the fuck up, and trying to help. And it didn't work. She doesn't care. Head is empty. Just rocks. Just rocks. This is a clean example of Barbie's seemingly manipulative tactics. KP expresses anxiety about trust and leaks. Barbie responds with comforting filters. Yeah, you're totally being gaslit here. It's almost like Barbie learned new information and was like, oh, actually, you're fucking psychotic. Crazy. Okay. KP's reference script draft was never distributed beyond 2 confidential readers. Beckett's explanation is that he, quote, should have had access, indicates that he was relying on someone inside of KP's inner circle to acquire it for him. No, it's just that he wants access to it. She's been kicked in the head. She's been kicked in the head. This fits the documented pattern of... Okay, so there's a pattern, you guys. There's a pattern here. The pattern of Barbie pushing to obtain KP's private materials. She's a pusher. Put it in the burn book, sweetie. Are you fucking 15 years old? Somebody asking you a question or making a statement isn't pushing for information. I'm a pusher, Katie. It's what I do. You're psychotic. You're psychotic. Push your ass to the fucking, like, DVR office and get a job. How about that? Barbie later leaking the script that you cannot confirm that she did. That's made up. You invented that. Barbie deleting her messages immediately after confrontation. Barbie deleted her whole Discord account and made a new one. Okay? So, congratulations. We have 0 out of 3. Strike. Next. In short, Beckett was not a passive recipient. He was seeking out confidential creative assets, and Barbie acted as the intermediary in attempting to deliver them. Misrepresentation of verification and sourcing. Beckett/Cope presents the leaked script as having been, quote, validated, as framing that it was not possible under current circumstances. What does that even mean? Script is being validated, a framing that was not possible. What does that even mean? I have received an original draft script. I checked with a few people who thought I may have heard one of these versions. It's accurate, though not complete. This presentation is materially misleading. At the time the video was published, the script was an unpublished private work. Access to the script was extremely limited. The only known individual with Beckett's public circle who had access to them in a later version was Lio Convoy. Oh my god. 947 pounds, breaking the octagon as he steps in. The entire arena shakes as he huffs and puffs and makes his way to the forefront of the stage. Lio Convoy. Dude, she really can't help herself, can you? Like, how does it go, guys? There's unlimited people to fight with, but you cannot fight with everybody at once. This is, like, there are endless amounts of people to fight with, but we're fighting with, like, everybody, okay? Barbie was on our side, fought with her. Beckett was on our side, fought with him. Lio was again, think whatever you want about Lyle. Lyle was trying to save her fucking ass, dude. Lyle was trying to save her fucking ass. In that call that we listened to, albeit cringe, albeit gay, albeit like pretty fucking stupid, he was literally like, dude, you are like blowing your shit up for no fucking reason. Like, you need to relax. Lyle was trying to help her, and she's biting the hand that feeds. Like, these are the last remaining bridges that we had left, and then she's looking around, she's like, help, why am I stranded on an island? And it's like, because you burned every single fucking bridge that you had. Every single person that was charitable to you, you burned them, okay? You didn't listen, and you shot your credibility in the face, dude. Stupid. And then she's implying that Lyle was the one that leaked it, which may be possible, but like, what? Maybe he did leak it, maybe he didn't. Like, why are you doing this, dude? This is so stupid. KPK, don't share obs, and then she shares, and he says, okay, I'll take a listen. Why this matters legally. Unauthorized disclosure of a private recording in Texas. Texas, Lyle state of residence is a one-party consent state for recording communication, but that consent does not authorize further distribution beyond the purpose of what the recording was provided. Sharing a disclosure, that doesn't matter. If this is her sharing a document with you, you don't need two-party consent. It's a document that was shared, you fucking bimbo. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Did ChatGPT write this, dude? What the fuck? Sharing or disclosing private recording without the speaker's consent, particularly when the recording was shared for the review or advisory purposes only, may constitute an invasion of privacy, the misuse of confidential information, unlawful disclosure, give rise to civil liability, even absent criminal intent. So this is like a recording of an audio recording of the script. That doesn't know. Yeah. If I record myself singing terribly, like Maroon 5's She Will Be Loved, and I have that recording and I send it to somebody and I'm like, ooh, don't share, so embarrassing or whatever, and they share it, there's no like one or two party consent. I was the one that recorded it. I was the one that recorded me singing She Will Be Loved embarrassingly. That was me. There's no other party to consent. It was me. It's my recording. It's my content. I'm sending it. Somebody get, like, if the content itself contains illegal material, then sure. If I have, like, caches of porn and I'm sending it to people and they send it to other people or whatever, sure. That may be a legal question. This is a audio recording of a potential script that you recorded yourself. There's no other party of which to speak. It doesn't need to be 1 party, 2 party, 3 party, 4 party, 5 party, 6, 7 party, 8 party, 9. Okay. You're the only party of which there is to speak. It was your recording. There's not another party to consent or consult with. Okay? 1 new vape, 2 lines of Coke, 3 drinks from the bar, 4 more lines of Coke. She will be loved. If you share that, you're violating my consent and you'll be hearing from my attorney. Write that down. Okay. And then we're citing these legal codes. Whatever. Because the script and earlier audio was not public and had no authorized distribution, there were no lawful independent third-party sources capable of legitimately verifying its contents. As a result, any claim of, quote, checking with people or, quote, confirmation necessarily relies on individuals already breaching confidentiality. There's no confidentiality agreement sharing recordings between friends. If I take a funny video and I send it to DZ and I'm like, DZ, don't send this to anybody, and then DZ sends it to people, there is no legal confidentiality involved in that other than DZ being kind of a dick. And this is a pattern with KP, is she takes something that is like condemnable on its own and then she has to blow it up. This is the essence of thought effect, okay? This is the essence of thought effect, okay? Chris saying that he jorked it into your panties was bizarro freak, like, degenerate goon behavior. I completely agree, okay? But we twisted and we contorted that and turned it into Chris sexually assaulted me and Chris actually did these things. You lost the plot. Nobody gives a fuck, okay? It was pretty shitty that Barbie recorded this call and then it got around and it's kind of embarrassing and that was kind of a shitty thing to do. Okay, agree, it was a shitty thing to do. My consent was violated and it was illegal and I'm going to call 911 on Barbie, okay? I sent a really embarrassing video of myself to DZ. DZ shared it around to make fun of me. He's kind of a dick. DZ literally violated my consent and digitally raped me. Okay, do we see the problem here? Do we see the problem here? It's the victim mentality, and it's the scorched earth response, like VB just said, and it's the self-victimization. It's because she has nothing else going for her other than being the ultimate fucking victim. If the pride and joy, the magnum opus of your life, is that somebody like told a lie about jorking it into your underwear 10 years ago, I'm sorry, you've peaked. It's time to enter hospice. It's time to enter end-of-life care. That's where we are right here, okay? No, DZ, stop. I don't want you sharing my embarrassing videos. Those are just for you. Smile. Okay. Presenting the materials as, quote, verified remains unauthorized. They're a practice of routine journalistic fact-checking. Nobody here is a journalist, you stupid bitch. We're all slop creators on the internet. Nobody here is a fucking journalist. Come on, grow up. That access to the document was unauthorized, that any alleged confirmation depending on further confidentiality breaches, that no journalistic valid chain of custody existed. So how can you, make definitive statements about who had it if there's no chain of custody? First of all, that's a legal statement. That is like a legal standard to consider. None of this breaches into legality. This is you talking to the ghosts and the spirits in the walls. If you can't confirm chain of custody, you can't even confirm who fucking leaked it. Who cares? We're just making shit up, okay? What this is this is fluffing. This is a big fluff to try to scare everybody into being like, oh, I'm so scared of stink pussy. I love stink pussy a lot. I'm so scared of I love chicken nuggets and being unemployed. Oh, I'm so scared. No one is afraid of you because none of this fucking holds up. You had ChatGPT write this, dude. No one gives a fuck. You already tried and lost and tried and lost and tried and lost. You try, you fail, you try, you fail. What does KP do? She tries again. You're fucking insane. Relevant case law, leaked or unpublished materials. I don't care. I don't care. This bitch literally has like a GED. I don't trust her to be able to interpret this. And then she's a UK lawyer as well. Literally fuck off, dude. Beckett already fucking bodied you on this, dude. Beckett already fucking bodied you with this. He already consulted several lawyers about this. Like actual lawyers, believe it or not ChatGPT. You're fucked, dude. You're fucked. Journalistic ethics, consent, Beckett's framing. Directly contradicts known. I don't care about the Journal of Ethics. He's not a fucking journalist. Guys, you guys, I think let's talk about this actually. Now that we're talking about this, it's actually really important. I've noticed recently that Falgi's, the op block, if you don't know who that is, his code of conduct is really out of line for the department, or, the code of conduct that is set forth for osteopathic surgeons. And so I think you guys that we really need to make a public safety document addressing how Falgi of the op block is not in compliance with the code of ethics related to osteopathic surgery as somebody who is not an osteopathic surgeon. I think this is big. This is big. This is really something important. I also noticed that Beckett of Copenhagen is not beholden to the American Code of Ethics for police officers. And I don't see a lot of people talking about this. And I think that's quite concerning, actually, that he is not living up to the code of ethics of American police officers while not living in America. I think that that's a big deal. And I think that more people should be talking about it. Okay, let's continue. Misrepresentation of copyright law. You already got bodied. This is how this works. Esco uploads a video. Esco downloads this VOD and uploads it on their own YouTube channel and monetizes it. I see it. I copyright strike it because that is my content. It's mine. There's no creative anything. It's just a straight ripped VOD. He uploads it, or they upload it, and then I copyright strike it, okay? What then happens is Esco then counterclaims me. This begins a legal process. Once the legal process begins, I think it's 14 days. No, it's longer than, I think it's like 30 days. I have like 30 days to either drop it or go to court. Those are my options. Those are the only two options forward. I either drop it or I go to court. After this process is completed, if it doesn't go anywhere, okay, the video stays up, no problem. If it goes to court, it becomes a question of fair use, okay? And how this works internationally, no idea, because Beckett isn't even in the United States. So no fucking idea how that even works, okay? But what we know happened, 1, KP copyright struck Falgi, Beckett, and Hidden Heroin. Falgi is in America, and then Hidden, I think, is German, and Beckett is British. I think he's in the UK, okay? KP copyright struck all of them. Every single one of them counterclaimed. That began a legal process. KP had X amount of days to respond and proceed with going to court, or she dropped it. What ended up happening? It was dropped because there's nowhere for it to go. She doesn't have the resources, the time, the money, or the ability to effectively do any of this. All it is a fucking scare tactic. And unfortunately, the only thing that is scary about you, KP, is your fucking face when you're not using your little Pony Sona avatar, okay? This doesn't work because you already tried it and it failed. Okay? And I know that you think that if I just keep doing this thing over and over and over again, eventually it'll fucking work. It's not going to work. The only thing it does is piss everybody the fuck off. Look at Dark Viper. Look at, who was the one that, Bo Blacks defended? It wasn't Pokimane, was it? I don't remember who it was. Like, anybody that does this is just immediately disregarded as a fucking idiot. Like, anybody who does this is just immediately bottom of the barrel. So, fuck off. Displaying, oh, sorry, that's sexual harassment. I'm so sorry. I meant that, like, colloquially. I actually would rather, like, fucking... There's an endless list of things that I would do. I would rather live in a trap house. I would rather inject heroin with dirty needles. I would rather roll around in a bucket of puke. I would rather sleep in the same bed as Lio Convoy under risk of being crushed in my sleep. I would rather be the CNA that wipes Lio Convoy's ass. I would rather eat 2,000 McRibs in one sitting. I would rather smoke a cigarette that I watch somebody wipe their ass with than ever let KP near me in any kind of capacity, never mind sexual. I'm sorry. Allow me to rectify that statement. I did not mean that. I would actually rather be eaten whole by a shark than have KP. Sorry, my bad. Let me clarify. Let's clear the air right now. I rescind that statement. My bad. Got away from myself there for a minute. Now that we're recentered and readjusted, let's continue. Display. Okay, so this is I'm writing to submit a counter notification for the claim. And then, so this is the counterclaim. My video does not reproduce a substitute for your own unreleased video. It presents... Okay, so this is just like a nature of the work amount used, the effect, blah, blah, blah. Statement to Team YouTube under penalty of perjury, blah, blah, blah. Contact information, blah, blah, blah. I don't know who the fuck Jessica is. Purpose and character, transformative use, blah, 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 blah. Copyright protection attaches automatically to any work the moment a work is created, fixed in a tangible medium, as stated by the U.S. Copyright Office's official website. Yeah, but the transformative nature of it, and if it was something that was changed, then it meets fair use. Like, if Beckett was ripping KP's VODs and uploading them, like, no reaction, nothing, just straight re-uploading them, yes, that would violate copyright, but that's not what this is. It was transformative in nature. This is just a threat tactic to show that she has Jenny Matrix's contact information. Well, that's what a lot of these things are. And so, word to the wise. Just a word to the wise for all of you guys, okay? If and when, anybody who's a content creator, if you are copyright struck, when you respond, what a copyright strike normally is a fish for a dox. Because you are filling out a legal form to respond to the copyright claim. A lot of these people are just fishing for your dox information. You can get an attorney very cheap to fill out that information for you, and it is the attorney's information on the counterclaim. Like, that's what these people are doing. They're trying to scare you. KP is trying to scare people. She's not fucking scary. And for people that aren't fucking stupid, it's not my first day on the planet. It's not the first time that I've been falsely copyright struck. I'm not dumb enough to counterclaim with my own fucking information because you're a fucking deranged. Okay, I know that you're psychotic, okay? I do not believe for 1 second that you wouldn't, like, egg my house or something like that. You're fucking schizophrenic, okay? I'm not dumb. You just have an attorney fill it out for you. Attorneys are what, like $120 an hour? $120, boom. And then this bitch doesn't have a leg up, okay? And this is advice for anybody, okay? Anybody that has been false copyright struck, or even if you've been legitimately copyright struck, always use an attorney so these fucking deranged freaks don't get your personal information, okay? These people are fucking weird. This is weird. It's weird. Publishing excerpts of copyrighted private unpublished work without permission, especially when obtained through a breach of confidence, is not fair use and does not fall under. It would be if he just uploaded the script unedited. He transformed it in nature. Parody and comedy also falls under fair use, by the way. So doing like a dramatic retelling or like a comedy skit, that also absolutely falls under fair use. That's why you can do like bit songs, and those don't, you know, those still fall under fair use. Like Weird Al, all of his music would be copyrighted if, you know, it wasn't transformative in nature. It's comedic. It's a bit. Like the comedic value of it is transformative in nature. So doesn't depend on publication. Leaked work is still copyrighted. Private draft is still blah, 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 blah. Don't care. So this is not true. So it was unpublished. It was not illicitly obtained. KP sent it freely. Okay. Second of all, not provided by KP. Yes, it was. You were the one that fucking sent it. Not authorized for distribution. I hope that's in writing somewhere. Not eligible for fair use. And that would be only if there was no transformative nature as well. So no. Is this just really woke KF thread? Like, this is just what KF does, but wokely. You know, when you put it that way, I mean, I guess, but like, and this is, thank you, Killjoy. I hope that you're well. I haven't seen you in a while. I want to put this into perspective for you guys. I'm sure that a lot of you guys have heard of the evil doxing suicide death cult site, Kiwi Farms. Okay, I'm sure that you guys, I said it. So scary. I'm sure that all of you guys have heard of this place. Okay? You've all heard of this. You've seen about this. Whatever. Okay? People on kiwi farms don't even play this fucking dirty, dude. Okay? The doxing death cult that contributes to mass hysteria and suicide. Don't even play this fucking dirty, dude. Because what's their first rule? What is the first rule? Don't touch the poo. You don't tap the glass. Okay? You don't tip the cows. Okay? If somebody on kiwi farms was like, ah, ha, 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 I just copyright struck all of these fucking people, they would get a thread made about them in less than a day. This is, like, most people have a very negative perception of kiwi farms. Feel about it, think about it how you will, okay? Think or feel about it how you will. If the bar for kiwi farms is right here, KP is, like, on the floor. How are we literally being worse than kiwi farms right now? So why did KP submit DMCA notices to establish a paper trail for evidence used in an ongoing investigation concerning Barbie? That's not true. Why did you copyright strike videos that had nothing to do with Barbie then? Also, really important, KP, how come the copyright strikes went away? How come they went away? How come you didn't pursue them? How come you didn't go to court? What happened? How come? You have legal precedent on your side, KP. You have the law. ChatGPT told you itself. ChatGPT told you, okay? Why didn't they go anywhere? Why'd you drop them? Why? Curious. Maybe because any lawyer that you talk to is probably like, holy shit, you're insane, and blocks your number. That's what I would imagine. A DMCA as a notice is a platform level takedown request and does not constitute legal action or a commitment to pursue legal action. Correct, but it is when they counterclaim you. Yes. If you false, or even if you legitimately copyright claim a video, that begins a legal process. Yes, it does. It begins a legal practice. And the second that that person copyright claims you, like they counterclaim you, you are now involved in a legal process. And you can either drop it or go to court. Those are your options. You are insane. Because of this, malicious intent has become a common interpretation of her actions. Mine state an example below. So guys, KP has struck this, blah, blah, blah. We've seen this before. Op block, hidden, and internet adjacent are also being hit as KP tries to silence people. Additionally, KP has clarified this before setting DMCAs. Yes, I would warn your little friends. I have sent as in already pending DMCA takedowns for anything, both videos and streams using private or leaked information. Commentary is within their right, but anything more is a violation of my privacy boundaries and threatens my safety. I think we both know that going to the police when someone is sexually harassing you on the internet is a moot point. You have my consent to warn others. Okay, then why are you calling 911 over somebody talking shit about you online? That's insane. You're fucking deranged. Literally fuck off. And then again, like there's a reason that your DMCA claims went nowhere. We were all watching them very closely. We were all patiently waiting to see with bated breath what would happen, what you would show up to court in, if you would wear your fucking Jeff the Killer face, or if you would actually put on some fucking blush and look like a human being. We were all patiently waiting. Because God forbid, if you copyright somebody and they do take you to court, that shit's gonna be live streamed. You know it. You are a cow. Physically, like physiologically, you are a fucking heifer. But also, you are a cow to be milked. This is like commentary's Onision, dude. Like, you're gonna show up, you're gonna sue the wrong fucking person, you're gonna show up in court in a dress that's 3 sizes too big and a bulletproof vest for some reason. You are commentary's Onision. You are a fucking joke. You might as well show up to the courtroom in a fucking clown nose. Are you serious right now? Please, 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 God, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again and go to court. I can't wait to see the footage. I can't wait to cover it live. I can't wait to be reporting live from the courtroom. KP's fucking insane drip at the courthouse. Do it. Do it. Do it. And then she includes this in here like it looks good. Like, you look petty and vindictive. You got owned. Move on from it. You got fucking owned. Take it on the chin and move on. This is why this is why Cartoonishi was not DMCA. Struck with DMCA for the original video coverage. Although Cartoonishi's video did contribute to the spread of possible misinformation, it did not rely on the use and circulation of potentially illicit material acquired or referring private communications outside the previous thing. The framing of these actions as malicious appear to instead arise from a broader narrative strategy that positions KP as a public antagonist. This framing is particularly notable given the surrounding context, monetization of outrage-driven commentary, and you keep throwing coal into the oven. Thank you so much. I've made more money today than I have in a while because everybody is eagerly waiting for you to continue to feed the content fire. Okay, you have breathed life into the content. Okay, I was just ruminating this morning with my best friend in the entire world, DZ, and my best friend in the entire world, Usagi, and my best friend in the entire world, Don't Smoke in Bed, and Danny, and my best friend in the entire world, Barbie. And I was reminiscing, and I was saying, you know, the content's kind of dry right now. I'm kind of bored. The Turkey Tom shit's like kind of stupid. I mean, I guess I could cover this, but I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't really know. Kind of getting bored. Ugh, I don't know. There's just nothing really good going on. And then it's like God answered my prayers. It's like he heard me reminiscing on when there was good shit to cover. And lo and behold, mashallah, sisters, Allah will provide for us, okay? Thank you for giving me something to talk about, because I wasn't planning on streaming until Monday. Because I was like, I don't have anything to talk about. But thank God that this dead horse resurfaced for me to beat some more. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you again. My very, I literally said, Danny, shut the fuck up. I literally said it, rewind the VOD. Fuck you, okay? Thank you so much, my generous mamacitas. You put a smile on my face. And just remember, every dollar that you give me, most importantly me, anybody else who's covering this, but most importantly me, every dollar, every membership, every super chat, every super sticker, every Discord boost, every merch purchased, okay? You guys are pissing KP off, okay? You're making her so mad. You're making her so upset. She's literally rolling on the ground, like screaming and crying every single fucking time you guys send me a super chat. Okay? So don't be afraid. Make her matter. Go ahead, guys. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Subnautica either tomorrow or on Friday. Probably Friday. We'll see. Okay? But we are still doing members-only Subnautica. So if you want to watch me crash out on Subnautica, membership, guys. Membership, guys. Okay? All right. The amplification of controversy connections to the allegations involving a public figure in sexual misconduct. Saber Spark. And we're still dying on the Emu Emmy Hill. This is what happens when two bitches get together and go exactly back and forth. Mutually assured destruction has a new meaning, unfortunately. And KP's picture is right next to the definition in the dictionary. Goddamnit, Malcolm. Like a lolcow phoenix, LOL, rising from her weed, scented ashes to consume more chocolate and embarrass herself. Exactly. Okay, let's continue. Oh no, guys. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Extremist and anti-Semitic framing. It's time for a crash out. It's time for a crash out. Additionally, extremist language used by Beckett's comparing KP's actions to the censorship efforts of Nazi... Dude! What
do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh my god. I'm being silenced. What is this, Nazi Germany? I'm Jewish. Dude, come on. What is this, 1984? Anti-Semite. Oh my. You were a Jew, and KP is Nazi Germany. Soon she will face the Nuremberg trials. Jokes are now illegal, guys. This is 1984. This is fucking awesome. This is so funny. This is fucking hilarious. First, they came for Beckett, but I was not Beckett, so I said nothing. Then they came for Falgi, but I was not Falgi, and I said nothing. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. That is an anti-Nazi poem, okay? That's what that is. That's about, you know, the Nazi Germany, okay? The fall and rise and all that other shit of the Third Reich and Germany. That's what that poem is about. Yes, that was the most anti-Semitic thing I've ever said. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hey, I think that you're a stupid bitch. I'm literally Jewish. Why are you being anti-Semitic? What's going on? I think that you're kind of gay. I'm Jewish and you're going to say that to me? Nice. That's awesome. Welcome back, 1984. It's so good to see you. That's so cool. Okay. And so, invoking Nazi Germany in reference to a publicly known Jewish individual. Publicly known? I didn't fucking know KP was Jewish until Lyle Convoy made that cringe Prince of Egypt thumbnail. I didn't even know that she was Jewish. DMCA and privacy reports were submitted. These carry real procedural and legal consequences. I thought up here she said that this wasn't a legal issue. I thought that she said that this wasn't like a legal process, but it is at the same time. Girl, you're smoking. She's not smoking weed. She's smoking crack. Okay. Documented alleged unlawful behavior. They preserve evidence where appropriate manners. Process is not symbolic, performative, or retaliatory. It reflects lawful mechanism for addressed unauthorized use. Okay, then why didn't you go to court? This is a lie. You're bluffing. And everybody has already called your bluff. You've already shown your hand. You've already tried this and it didn't work. You can keep trying. It's not going to work. And if anything, let's just pretend that you get your win. Let's pretend. In an alternate universe, okay? We're in the upside down right now. KP does successfully get Beckett on copyright. Let's just say that magically that happens. We wave a magic wand. Whoosh. KP gets her way, and she wins the DMCA case or whatever the fuck. Okay, now what? Everybody still fucking hates you. You don't win anything. You don't win anything. Your pride is... It's too late. It's too late. Even if you win the case, no one gives a fuck. And if anything, it actually makes it worse for you because you've successfully destroyed the ecosystem of this community. This community thrives on React content. This community thrives on, you know, transformative content. We all react to each other's shit or whatever. You literally set a worse precedent. People will hate you even more. You literally will not recover from that. Even if you do win, how much is that win worth it to you? Are you willing to destroy your reputation even further? For what? KP further warned, so you could just say I, third person, literally fuck off. Further warned the same dated message that was previously public that she would publicly identify Barbie as the source of the script leak. You are literally schizophrenic. Yes, I have not outed blank as the leaker of the script, but getting increasingly aggravated by who Beckett had been sending in prod info for, assumably without your knowledge and disclosure, keeping the information, that's too small. Assuming, wow, I just died. And then was reborn, sorry. I have not outed Barbie as the leaker of the earlier V2 script out of pure kindness, but I'm getting you can't even prove that she's the one that fucking leaked it, you stupid You stupid fucking You can't prove that she did it. Shut up. But I'm getting increasingly aggravated by who Beckett has been sending to prod info, assumingly without your, Lio's, full knowledge. I might disclose this in the future while keeping your information private based on escalating concerns, privacy check. And this is how you know, KP. This is how you know. This is how you know. This is how you know. Mind mouth. This is for KP. This is for KP. This is for KP. This is how you know how fucked you are, is that Lio fucking hates Barbie. Lio fucking hates me. I fucking hate Lio. Barbie fucking hates Lio. I don't like Falgi. Falgi doesn't like me. Okay, we all don't like each other for different reasons. Some of it is just like stupid online bullshit, like we're all just like kicking around the can. Tee hee hee hee. I don't like Hidden Heroin. Hidden Heroin doesn't like me. I don't like Slug Entertainment or whatever the fuck that guy's name is. He doesn't like me. Internet Adjacent is a fucking freak and a backstabber and a snake and a rat and a weasel and a liar. Okay, and I fucking hate him. Every single person that should have a reason to go at each other's throat. Reasonably, I fucking hate Lio. I should be leaping with joy at any opportunity for him to get knocked down a peg. The fact that all of these parties that have conflicting interests and different perceptions, opinions, likes and dislikes of each other are stepping in lockstep to condemn you shows that you fucked up. When I am saying to my audience, to everyone, to Lio, to everyone, if KP tries to get Lio's channel taken down, I think that's fucked up, and I would defend Lio. I would defend him. If he started a Kick or a Rumble or whatever, I would link his shit. When Beckett got bullied over to Kick, I supported him and sent everybody over to his shit. Even if I don't like Beckett, even if I have bad takes, I'm fine with Beckett. I'm fine with all these people. Like, this is on the internet, okay? Nothing's that serious. When Aiden was going after Lio's wife, I very clearly said, that's fucked up. Don't do that. I don't care. I don't care that we don't like Lio. We're not going to do that. I will defend Lio from being like fucking harassed in real life over this internet shit. That's crazy. That's insane. Every single person that I don't like, every single person that does not like me, every single person that doesn't like Falgi or Beckett or Lio or Hidden or whatever, every single one of us are in lockstep in saying that this is wrong and we will defend each other from this because you are in the wrong. When I am defending Lio Convoy, you fucked up. When I am defending Hidden Heroin, you fucked up. When I am defending Internet Adjacent, you fucked up. When I am willing to send people to support people off platform that I don't have the best relationship with because you fucked up so bad, you stepped in a fucking Looney Tunes ass bear trap and you're still going. You've already gnawed your leg off and crawled away with your life barely to spare. And you're coming back to the same fucking bear trap and walking in it again. Stop! Dumb fuck. I mean this so sincerely. Actually, I take it back. Keep going. I want the content. I take it back. I rescind my earlier statement. Please continue posting. Post through it. You should actually live stream. I think that you would actually fucking own me, JP, and you would own everybody involved in this. I think that Beckett would be really mad because Beckett's on vacation right now. If you want to fucking own Beckett, you should get on live stream right now and talk about this and do a live Q&A. That would actually fix all of it. And then I would agree with you. We should DMCA strike everybody, and we should dox everybody. I completely agree. We should do that, but only if you live stream. Write that down. Notice when I get pulled in. Okay. So, clarification regarding YouTube strikes and content removal. Some commentators have attempted to reframe KP's actions, my actions, third person, gay, primarily through the lens of YouTube strikes or content removal. The framing is not relevant to the underlying issue. It is because it's malicious, because you know that it's transformative in nature, and you just want you're trying to save your own ass. You're embarrassed, and you're trying to hide your embarrassment. And that's the number one thing that people get on everybody else for in regard to like copyright striking shit is like there were people in old Twitch poll or whatever that would copyright strike debates that they did bad in. It's like, sorry that you made a fucking fool out of yourself. That doesn't mean that you get to try to take down other people's shit to save yourself like the humiliation of the embarrassment that was your performance in like this conversation or whatever. That's not how that fucking works. But okie dokie, Smokey, whatever you say. Okay, platform enforcement actions are procedural outcomes. It's not evidence of intent. Well, obviously, yeah, but you infer intent, right? You infer intent always. YouTube strike does not establish malice or retaliation or abuse. It reflects YouTube's internal compliance and process if a report is submitted, blah, 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 blah. Additional information. The infringing video contains audio of a recorded interview that was published without my knowledge or permission of the context used. I did not approve the final video before publication, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to cut contact with Beckett at this point, so if he comes up to you, feel free to explain my point of view. This influenced this whole narrative that's not really unbiased, and using testimony I don't even have access to. Can refute. Is pretty slimy if you ask me, even if he doesn't realize he understood. KP explains why she's cutting contact with Beckett in August of 2025. You are a grown woman. You can't just send a DM and be like, hey, you kind of fucked me over. I'm not doing this anymore. Or we can't do that. That's insane. That's insane. We're a grown adult. We're a grown adult, guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is insane. Okay. In addition to the written materials, provided private wording, statements, and recorded vocal communications were reused, excerpted, is that how you say that? Like an excerpt, but excerpted, or paraphrased in ways that exceed the scope of any previous discussion. The use of private drafts, non-public statements, recorded conversations, or paraphrase private communications. You know what's actually crazy? Paraphrase private communications is actually why a lot of these people record calls. Could you believe that? Could you believe that? That the paraphrased private communications is actually one of the justifications that people say when they're talking about snake recording calls. And again, I think snake recording calls is stupid. I think it's really dumb. Like, it's really easy to be like, hey, I'm just recording this. Or carrying the expectation with you that there are certain people that are always going to be doing that. So, for example, I'm not dumb. I know that if I talk to Beckett, if what I'm talking about is juicy enough, he's probably recording it. Not that he's going to do anything malicious with it or anything like that, but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, there we go.
Hello, Malcolm. You're on the air. Hello, hello, hello.
Perfect. Now I get to say all the slurs I wanted to say. Just kidding. I just had a really quick question for you. I've been looking for this, and I just am. My brain is fucking scrambled with how stupid this fucking document is. Do you remember what video or what script it was? I remember that KP like gave it to Hidden Heroine and said you can do whatever you want with it. Do you remember where that was or what video that was?
So that, I don't remember which hidden video that is, but it's specifically her response script. So it's her responding to the allegation script because because Hidden had the OG version of that script that Beckett reads, because that's what Beckett read.
Okay, because do you know which one she said you can do whatever you want with it? Was that the interview that she had with Hidden, or was that something different?
Okay, so I'd have to rewatch those videos. I'm not entirely sure. I apologize. If I knew it offhand, I would have known. I know that like the interview was there. I know that she said that she could review it. Whether or not it was you could do whatever you want with it is kind of a different story.
Okay. Because I vaguely remember that happening, and I was flicking through Hidden's videos, and I asked Beckett about it because I was like, he would probably know, but I know he's on vacation, so I just wanted to double check that I didn't hallucinate that, because I vividly remember like something that was leaked. It was like, you can do whatever you want with this. I remember that, but I just don't remember which one it was about. So that was my only question.
Yeah. How do you feel being named in this document?
You know, it's pretty Kino. I like that my name is spelt inconsistently. A running joke is that my name is always spelt wrong. Like whenever I start a new job and they set you up with like your email or whatever, they always do like Malcome, and I'm like, how the fuck did you even get that? Like, you didn't even try.
Wait, what? How does that even? How's that possible?
It's like a running thing. I said that I should change my name to like John Smith or something, because if I go to Starbucks and I say it's Malcolm with 2 L's, they do Mallcom, and I'm like, I give up. Whatever, dude. Do whatever you want.
Interesting. Yeah, it's This document is really interesting. I took a I don't know how far you were into it. I took like a cursory glance over parts of it. I'm very surprised by her. I'm unsurprised by her actions. I'm very surprised by the vitriol of them. It's very curious.
I think it's kind of fucking awesome. I'm personally, I'm really excited for her to keep doing this. I hope that she does end up like going through with the counterclaim legal process, because I would love to see what fucking botched like scumfuck outfit she decides to wear to the courthouse. It's gonna be like our Onision. This is like commentary's Onision.
Do you think she'll show up as like as fucking stark white as she did in that one like Jewish creators interview where she literally looks like Slenderman?
Oh yeah, dude. I was like, maybe she'll put on blush. Maybe we'll get lucky and she'll look like a fucking human being, or like somebody will help her do her makeup so she doesn't look like fucking Jeff the Killer. That'd be super awesome. But like, I think that she must realize it. But I don't know, dude. It's like she is quite literally like the commentary community's Onision. She's gonna show up in like a 3 times too big dress that she got at like fucking Goodwill, shitty ass makeup and a bulletproof vest, and she sued like the wrong fucking lawyer or something. It's going to be awesome. So, I mean, like, keep going. It worked out well the first time. I'm sure it'll work out the 7th, 3rd, 8th time that you try it, whatever.
Yeah, I'm incredibly curious. I know KP is probably watching. You did send me a cease and desist. I mean, you did send me a DMCA claim, and you didn't, go through with it. So it's weird that I'm seeing like a little note that says "op block, more to come." Like you're going to threaten me with more legal action, even though you stopped it. Very bizarre. I wonder if you have the money for it. I'm hearing otherwise.
Well, bro, whoever she ends up suing, like, let's like just make a pact right now. Whoever she ends up suing, the rest of us are going to go uncover it. So, like, if Beckett gets sued, we're doing like a boys trip to the UK, and we're gonna live stream it, vice versa, right? We'll make that blood bond right now that we're all gonna live cover it.
Oh, I'm down. We'll we will all show up in like the cuntiest outfits humanly possible.
Hell yeah, dude. And then I promise that I won't get drunk and dox your wife or Loud Convoy's wife. Okay, you have my word. My word is my bond.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, it's nice to hear that. You know, there's someone with some integrity here. God bless.
You know, it's what I'm here for. All right, dude. Have a good stream. Talk to you later.
Thank you, you too. You take care.
Bye. Okay, so I'm not hallucinating that was true. More to be determined, I suppose. Okay, let's continue, guys. Let's continue. All right. Without authorization, it raises both copyright and privacy concerns regardless of whether the content is later characterized as, quote, commentary, discussion, or fair use. I mean, I guess, like, technically, like, you would have to be able to go, like, to court in order to get the precedent for that, right? To get the precedent for that, right? But, like, the problem is that, like, we all have some kind of general understanding as to fair use as being transformative in nature, okay? And the minutia and the hair splitting around what constitutes fair use, this is way past that. This is way past that. And especially because KP is very familiar with this process, because I know there's several videos that she's gotten like just fucking bodied with. Disney is not friendly with their DMCA shit or whatever. I know that there's a lot of content of hers that particularly is difficult to do because of fair use, even if it is transformative in nature. So she's very familiar with this. She knows better, but she's just choosing to be an evil bitch anyway. Yeah, if Lio won't do the Frenemies podcast with me, maybe Falgi will. But we're gonna call him Lee instead of Falgi. And then we're just going to say it was my dyslexia, okay? Don't tell anybody I said that. That's a secret between me and you. Just you, dear viewer. If you tell anybody about it, that breaches my confidentiality agreement that I have with you. And I will sue you under copyright infringement. So write that down. Okay. Journalistic ethics. Don't care. Don't care. Oh, actually, let's read these. These are just like quotes that ChatGPT generated for her, okay? In framing events this way, Beckett undermines the standard of journalistic ethics. That's so cool. I had no idea that Beckett was like Edward Snowden. Oh my god. Guys, if Beckett is Edward Snowden, who am I? And if you say Chelsea Manning, I will come to your house and throw rocks at you. What? Who am I? If Beckett is Edward Snowden, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Oh my god. What journalist am I, you guys? Help. Who am I? Who am I? Oh. Can I be, I want to be, who do I want to be? I want to be Bill O'Reilly. That's me. Beckett is Edward Snowden, and I'm Bill O'Reilly. Cute. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Okay. Never deliberately distort facts or context, including visual information. Wow, that's a strong message. Reuter's Handbook of Journalism. We must be transparent in our dealings with sources. We should tell them who we are, what we're doing, and how the information will be used. Yeah, you can't say Chelsea Manning. That's transphobic. No! Shut up. Stop. Ban Rowan. Ban Rowan. Ban Rowan. I'm removing your perms from my Discord server, and I'm removing your perms from my fucking YouTube channel. Fuck you, Rowan. Fuck you, Rowan. What is this? The Pointer Institute? Ethical journalism requires that sources understand the context in which their information will appear, especially when the materials could cause harm. The only harm is to your ego, okay? This supports the position that contextual misinterpretation, not the act of recording alone, is the ethical breach. OpenSea's counter notifications managed to collapse under its own weight. In trying to justify the material, they inadvertently confirmed that the script was leaked. Okay, then why didn't you take it to court? 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 Hey, quick question. Why didn't you take it to court? Hey, really quick question. Why didn't you take it to court? If the counter notification collapses under its own weight, why didn't you win the case? Why didn't you win the case? Why are the videos back up? Why are they back up? Why are they up? Why are they up? Why are they up? Tell me. Okay, the exact conditions under which fair use has been rejected in every major court ruling for the last 40 years. Legal DMCA precedent for leaked scripts. Well, okay, so let's just run this through. We don't even have to look this up. Let's just run this through the bullshit filter, okay? You are an actor or like a screenwriter or something on a project. You come in possession of, like, let's just say that you knew J.K. Let's start over. We're taking it from the top, okay? You are best friends with J.K. Rowling. I know, terrifying thought, okay? But you're best friends with J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling tells you, hey, I have a really big idea for this book. It's called Harry Potter. And you're like, that sounds like that might be gas sometime in the future. J.K. Rowling, before she publishes Harry Potter, gives you a copy to read on your own, just to vibe check it. Do you like Harry Potter? Do you like the book that I've written? Okay, you are in possession of this. You pass off this information, or this Harry Potter, this elusive Harry Potter that you've never heard of. You pass this off as your own writing. That violates fair use. Okay, if we are to believe this, that we're doing like the ownership of leaked materials, this is a question of ownership. This is a question of ownership and passing off works as your own, okay? Or taking credit for works, right? That's what it's for, right? Like, this is Rose Malay tier understandings of how DMCA works and how fair use works and how ownership works in these spaces. That's not how they work. Okay, that's fine. Take it to court. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll eat shit. Maybe I'm wrong. Take it to court. Take it to court. Let's see. There's a reason that we didn't go to court before. And I think we all know why. Okay. And then, how dare you send a DMCA takedown for that coverage of the script that we stole? So admit, you stole it, like a thief. It wouldn't be a KP document without boomer memes, you guys. She is spiritually a boomer. That's crazy. But she doesn't own a house, home, equity. She doesn't have a job, no 401k, no retirement, no pension, no SS, no social security, nothing. Literally nothing. She has nothing. She has literally nothing. Yet we're boomer posting spiritually. That's crazy. Additional commentary from Beckett, including a subsequent video alleging that KP lied. I lied. KP lied about her views on the case, relies on private messages that were provided for him during a specific limited review purpose and not public distribution, including KP's direct private messages under U.S. copyright law and UK data protection. These communications remain protected material. If I go on my Discord right now and I screenshot some of the embarrassing shit that you say, okay, ready? You guys are all going to get to sue me for this. So, this is from the Quotes channel. From Mouse. Malcolm, Kim 'tis possible 5 minutes ago. And then we have here, this is Enotier saying, true, it's dickers, not clitters, after all. Usagi says, chickpeas, true. I also would respect if she chose the peanut. We have no nuts, dude. From Glenn, DDG or to DDLG or pipeline, sad face. And then from Hot Monster Girl, I don't know who this user is. I think cartoons are gay. Crucify me, why don't you? Okay, there. I just leaked everybody's private information. Everybody's private information has been leaked. Okay, I have violated, 17 USC section 106. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'll see you all in court. Okay? I'm sorry. If you are concerned about this, use Signal. Use like an encrypted software or something like that. Like, I think that it is honestly the dumbest fucking shit I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. And Aiden tried to do the same thing. Let's take shots on every side of the aisle here. That your Discord server has a reasonable expectation of privacy and that it is beholden to some kind of legal confidentiality. Like, you are actually fucking smoking crack. If I, I have a text message that I have from a friend and I screenshot that and I send it to somebody else. that doesn't legally violate like confidentiality. Like, we're just using words and not really knowing what they mean. And it's quite impressive, is it not? It's quite impressive, is it not? It's quite crazy. Moreover, this framing fails to account the documented reality that KP's understanding of the situation evolved over time under pressure and with incomplete information during the initial reporting period. By omitting this context, the narrative presents a risk for misremembering the sequence of events and developments of KP views. Conclusion, but not the conclusion, you guys, because we're not even halfway done with this fucking document. Using CopenC's own statements, these contradictions reveal they admitted the script was the script was a leak. They admitted it was unreleased. They admitted KP never gave permission. They attempted to claim fair use anyway. Misrepresentation by secondary commentators. Several commentary channels covered CopenC's analysis, though Cope was drawing from primary sources or had direct access to KP's private information communications, and additional coverage was also covered in the fair use. This is incorrect. It is important to note that the existence of a prior leak coverage does not place secondary commentators, quote, in the clear for their own coverage. It does, and this is how this works with every other major leak that has ever happened. What about the voter dominion machines? Once that information was leaked, there was no recourse for anybody who covered it after the leak. What about all the shit that Chelsea Manning released? All the shit that Edward Snowden released? That's not how that works. That is not how that works. Rose Mallet had the same fucking problem. Once the information is public, you no longer are able to retract it or go after people who cover already public information. If I'm leaking documents that DZ was in the Epstein flight logs and then everybody else covers it, DZ can't go after those people. They're covering publicly available information. It was made public. Once it is made public, the people that cover the public information cannot be liable for that. They cannot be held accountable for that. So yes, actually, after those things are published, everybody is clear. You may be able to make a worm case for Beckett or whatever, but it's not going to work that way at all, because there is no reasonable expectation of privacy when you're sharing like drafts to your scripts and shit for a YouTube fucking channel, dude. A YouTube channel that you don't even make any fucking money off of. Grow up. Below is an example. I Love Kim Possible a lot has struck me for checks notes watching someone else's video. This also exposes the secondary commentator's potential legal risk for redistributing private illegally obtained material, even if they were not the original leakers. Not true. Not true. Once information is public, you are allowed to comment on it and cover it. That is not true. Case study, internet adjacent. Oh boy. Internet adjacent, huh? Haven't heard that name in years.
Fucking little tattletale rat!
I will take this time to reiterate. Internet adjacent is a fucking rat, a weasel, a liar, a snake. Okay, fuck internet adjacent for fucking lying to me and making me look like a dipshit. Fuck you, internet adjacent. Fuck you. Okay, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Okay. No love, but let's continue. Internet adjacent has a separate commentary channel operating with the same online ecosystem. His inclusion here is not based on his on personal involvement with KP, third person, gay, but because his conduct illustrates a recurring pattern of how non-public materials are handled and reframed within commentary spaces. Internet adjacent has been publicly accused of third parties of misconduct, including alleged. Dude, she's bringing up his. Dude, this is vile. This is vile. I'll skip it if it's not worth, but this is fucking vile, dude. He's actually in the middle of a rape controversy, so what a fucking weaselly little rat, dude. This is fucking insane. This is insane. Did she smoke meth and write this? What the fuck is this, dude? You've got to be joking. Okay. Counter notifications are as follows. This fair use. This video is fair use under commentary and criticism guidelines. This video transforms the original content. In other words, characterizing the document as, quote, just a draft doesn't mean it also isn't private information. So you post a screenshot of you getting owned to say I'm not owned? Like, what are you talking about? It was counterclaimed and you dropped it. I have all this legal precedent. No, you don't. Prove it. I could take you to court. You could have. You could have taken several people to court, but you dropped it. Why? Whatever. Evidence of private sharing of illicitly obtained materials beyond public distribution of the leaked draft. There is verifiable evidence that the unlawfully obtained script and related details were also shared privately with multiple third parties. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's so awkward. That's so crazy. That's so weird. Oh, wow. That's so embarrassing. Anyway, let's go to the next section. Just kidding. Okay, so Malcolm's prior admission of private sharing. Or did I admit this? As documented earlier, Malcolm confirmed that he received the illicit recording, the KP Barbie call, directly from Beckett. I actually have never said that I got it from Beckett. That's not true. I have never said that. I have never said that once. I did not say that I got it from Beckett. I said that I was waiting for Beckett to cover it. That's what I said. That's what I said. Yeah. I did not get it from Beckett. Okay? I didn't get it from Beckett. Let's be clear about that. This establishes the first verified chain of distribution. Sorry, bitch, but your chain is broken. The weakest link has been exposed. I didn't get it from Beckett. I said I was waiting for Beckett to cover it first. That's what I said. This alone constitutes a breach of privacy, copyright, and ethical standards. However, new statements from another commentator, like, again, we're building this all on a faulty premise. And, you know, if you would have spent just a few more minutes on ChatGPT, it would have told you this. Once this was displayed publicly, anybody who reacted to it is, quote, in the clear, to use your words, okay? Because it is public. It is public. It is public. If the recording of me embarrassingly singing She Will Be Loved by Maroon 5 is leaked on, like, Reddit, on, like, a snarker Reddit or something like that, and people start reacting to it, it's public. They are reacting to public information once it has been publicized. Get out your crayons. Follow along. Okay, so Mr. Block, do you have a statement for the record? Public admission of receiving non-public information. Hi, KP. Fascinating response in this comment. I will be encompassing the Saber Emily situation. Namely, I find it, and this is in response to KP's first community post when she got ass blasted for her DA Games video. This was a comment on one of her posts, or it was in response to her video. I think it might have been her video, but either way, this is on YouTube. Block is responding to her public content, mind you. Namely, I find it off that you call biased coverage when you spoke with individuals making said, quote, biased coverage, and you withheld information that, in my opinion, was made to look you like a victim of circumstance and not a willing participant. You didn't make baseless accusations towards Saber, stating a, quote, polyamorous parasocial relationship with fans that no proof has ever been shown. Furthermore, you seemingly skip over the time that you pressured Emily to talk to save your career because of the backlash you're receiving. Lastly, I do not feel like you were sorry for anything, and then we have this. I was aware that you had been waffling over this response behind the scenes. This statement is critical for several reasons. And again, I want to make it very public right now. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go into my Discord server right now, and you guys are all welcome to join me. Please join me. Please join me. Join us. Please join us. Going into the Discord server, and I'm going to go into the general chat, and I'm going to post, I'm gay. Do I have a reasonable expectation of privacy posting I'm gay in my Discord server? Or do you think that somebody's going to screenshot that and send it around and say, guys, OMG, look, Malcolm is gay. I totally told you. I'm sorry, you do not have a reasonable expectation of privacy, especially when you're malding, which you have been, in the general chat of your Discord server. People being rats and snakes and leaking shit behind the scenes does not mean that anybody violated the law. It means that you have shitty friends and you need to get better at reading people. That's what that means, okay? That's what that means. So, let's move on. Mr. Block, was never provided any information by KP. Mr. Block is not a friend or collaborator or professional contact. He was never given access to pay. It's because you were fucking crying, shitting, pissing, and coming in your Discord server. In the general chats, that's why. Welcome to the Internet 101. If you have a public meltdown in a public space, people are going to screenshot it and share it around. Is the nature of the beast. That's why I highly recommend, if you guys are going to have a level 10 crash out, you do it in a private group chat with the girlies. You're not doing it in the main fucking servers of your Discord server. At Aiden, at Sai, okay? Noted. The only way he could reference, quote, behind the scenes information is someone else conveyed it. Yeah, you have a rat in your inner circle. Yes, correct. And also, there's still people in your Discord server that you know are fucking moles and rats, and you still post endlessly. Like, you have a Discord server of 100 people. 5 of those people you actually trust. By proxy, the other 95 you trust to not share shit when you're malding in general? Sorry, if you're malding in general, it's not private. Grow up. Additionally, as shown earlier, and Barbie and by extension Beckett were aware that KP was taking time to ensure her response was ethically correct and sought private feedback. Unfortunately, we didn't take any of the feedback and we shot ourselves right in the fucking face. Cool. Therefore, Op could only have obtained this information from a single source, Beckett. No, you stupid bitch. I'm gonna blow the lid off of this insane gay ops right now. KP, the voices in the walls are lying to you. I can hear the voices and I'm going to interpret them for you. I have seen screenshots of KP's Discord server of her malding, and I'm not in her Discord server. She is in the general chat of her Discord server malding. I have seen those screenshots. There are people that are in your Discord server that think it's funny that you're crashing out. They take a screenshot and they send it. I have seen them. Other people have seen them. These screenshots are floating around. They're from your fucking public Discord server. They are from your fucking Discord server. They're not leaked from private espionage behind the scenes and super secret DMs on Signal group chats where we speak in hieroglyphics and have a secret setup rendezvous point at Dave & Buster's. No, you stupid fucking bitch. 90% of your crash outs have been in public spaces. That's what it is. I don't know what to say. I have seen screenshots of KP crashing out in her own fucking Discord server in general chat. I have seen them. Okay, they get sent around. Welcome to the internet, okay? Everybody sees what you say behind the scenes, and if it's funny enough, they leak it. Ask Aiden about it. Ask Sai about it. Welcome to the internet, bro. Okay, so this is consistent with Barbie asking for a timeline. Oh my god. Everything comes back to Barbie. It's all connected. You don't understand. Guys, I have to tell you something, and before I say this, I want you guys to know I'm not suicidal, and I have to keep my voice down because I don't know who might be listening, okay? The flight logs, the Epstein flight logs, okay? I want you to notice that on the first page, they mention taking a Boeing 747, okay? What does Barbie's name start with? B for Barbie, right? You're following along. 747. It's 7:47 p.m. on October 1st, 2024. Barbie sent me a message. Coincidence? I don't think so, okay? Additionally, on the next page of the Epstein flight logs, it says Barbie doll. You know what's really crazy? Her name is Barbie doll. Do you think that maybe potentially she was involved? And again, I'm keeping my voice low. I'm really scared. I haven't told anybody about this, but just look at the logs. Okay, just look at the logs. Like, please seek psychiatric evaluation immediately. Because you have more rats than just Barbie to worry about. You have an infestation, you have a problem. You do not have friends, you have enemies. That's what you have, KP, because you have created this kind of culture around you because you are a rat and you are a snake, okay? You have an entire fucking snake nest in your Discord server. That's what you have. You don't have friends. You have people waiting to flip on you because that's what you do to other people. Congratulations, you played yourself, stupid bitch. Mr. Block claims indicate that Beckett was describing KP's internal writing process. This is all schizophrenia. Oh my god, it's literally the schizophrenia chart. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, so you have KP, pony, pony, all right, pony, pony, horse, horse equals TBI. We all know this. Horse equals TBI, okay? The B, Barbie? Okay, but then also the T for the op block, right? But notice there's also another B that's not accounted for, so maybe that goes to Beckett. And then if we come up here, we notice the S in horse, maybe seethe, maybe, perhaps, I'm not sure. And then the P must also stand for pontification of evidence. Yeah. Okay, it's all coming together. Okay, let's keep going. It's all starting to make sense, guys. It's all starting to make sense. Literally, medicate this woman. Medicate her. This establishes a second documented distribution pathway independent of Malcolm. Oh, actually, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Continue to cook, you're right. I didn't do anything wrong. True. Take me out of the equation. Barbie, Beckett, Malcolm. Barbie, Beckett, op. So, the common denominator is Beckett. Wow. We better get him, guys. We better get him, okay? Also, I hate to really throw a wrench in this here evil plan. Who got Barbie in contact with KP? Who's a mod in my server? I wonder if there's a connection that we haven't considered here. I wonder. Curious. This pattern demonstrates behavior. That Barbie is a rat and Beckett is the common denominator, so we should kill them both. No, I'm just kidding. Additional asset circulation. Other third parties were discussing leaked materials. I would love to hear the full audio of the original response. Only got told what was said in it. Yeah, dude, again, because you have rats. Comments such above. There were leaks, shared, described, or summarized. As earlier stated, the person with the most circumstantial evidence surrounding the leaking is Lyle Convoy. Holy fuck, in our schizophrenic document, we didn't even consider that the second L in Malcolm is for Lyle Convoy. That's crazy. This is like some Tom Riddle shit, dude. This is some Tom Riddle shit because we have Lio Convoy, right? L-I-O. Lio. Boy. Right? We have Lio Convoy, and then we need to get on a notepad too because this is too much schizophrenia, okay? We have Lio Convoy. So notice here we have Lio Convoy. L, Lily Orchard. I, Internet Adjacent. O, Ot Block. C, Copan Seed. O, Orchard. Courtney and Lily. N for Malcolm. V for Chris the Narc. Oh my god. O for Osai Scribbles. Y for Yummy Barbie? Oh! You guys, oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. She was right. Oh, wow. I can't believe that I doubted her. That's crazy. This bitch is just on math. This bitch is just on math. Okay. Alright. Gonna have to get another bev in a minute. As earlier, the person is... Okay, so it's Lio Convoy. It all comes back to Lio. For legal reasons, I will refrain, but it's not Mr. Horse. And to everyone who is in the know and reading this, yes, I'm causing problems on purpose. You probably not keep that audio to yourself because it's really funny, but again, legally nothing is happening. I'm just being a prick. Oh my god, literally, who's the horse? Is it Vosh? Who's Mr. Horse? Is that Vosh? Who's the horse? Who's Mr. Horse? Can anybody fill me in on this? I didn't factor this into my my schizophrenic rant. Anybody? Does anybody know who Mr. Horse is? Is that Vosh? Who's Mr. Horse? Additionally, Beckett did eventually receive the audio at a later time as seen below. KP's August draft is out, so I thought I'd make an edit so you can hear in her own voice. Beckett plays a clip from the leaked audio based on the tweet and Lio's established relationship with Yen the Yan, our gigapasoid slay the boots down house mama, queen, gagged tea sis, spill the tea sis, gagged. There is an additional circumstantial evidence that Lio is the leaked audio that links Lio to the leaked audio used. It's true, it all comes back. Okay, we got another one. KP to Lio to Cartoonishi and or Beckett and or Yen the Yan. Wow, it just keeps getting deeper, doesn't it? Wow, let's learn more. During commentary coverage, a rumor attributed to a private correspondence concerning allegedly polyamorous relationship between Saberspark and... Okay, if KP can make an unfounded allegation about a polyamorous harem, a polyamorous rape harem, congratulations, you're poly. Do you want to crack her? What's next? Okay, if she can make this off of, like, backrooms murmurings or whatever the fuck, that it is, reiterated information that is a synopsis that is not true to the nature of the spirit of which the statement was originally made in private in a disclosed backrooms Discord server without the consent, permission, or legal jurisdiction of KP to leak it, why is she not being sued or held legally liable for the leaking of this information that may or may not be true because it was leaked privately in Discord, which is a private place where nothing is ever leaked ever, via this unknown third party who the public has a right to know per the journalistic standards of ethics and integrity that, you know, the person who is doing the exposing should always know, like, what is being exposed and why and who the sources are and where the sources are coming from and where the information is going to be used to. Very interesting. Very interesting, isn't it? Very interesting when you think about it like that, isn't it? Very interesting. Let's learn more. Reference by third parties. KP acknowledges that this was an allegation, was raised privately, but intentionally excluded from public discussion. It wasn't excluded from public discussion, you stupid bitch. You were talking about it in public. Sorry. Your Discord server is not public. As the evidence shows, KP even offers to clarify the claims she raised privately, something Saberspark does not even engage with. Because you're deranged, you're sick in the head, you're fucking crazy. Let's be totally honest. You know the joke? It's not really a joke, there's truth to it, okay? That girls don't have crazy ex-boyfriends because they're all dead. The girls that have crazy ex-boyfriends are killed by their crazy ex-boyfriends. Crazy girl stories are funny and cute. Crazy boy stories are the girl gets killed, right? That's usually how that works, right? KP would totally fucking kill somebody. Like, KP, and I said it before and I'll say it again, this is the bitch that's poking holes in condoms. This is the bitch that's calling your mom. This is the bitch that's slashing your tires. This is the bitch that has a tracking device on your phone, okay? If KP wasn't a woman, I would say that there's a strong likelihood that she's gonna kill somebody that she has a sexual parasocial attachment to. That she has, like, this deranged obsession with Saberspark, this deranged, like, sexual, like, maladjusted, paraphilic attachment to Saberspark that he should fear for his life. Luckily, KP is too high to even get up and drive anywhere, so I think he's safer now. But if KP was a man, there would be a pile of bodies at her feet for killing all the bitches that turned her down, you know what I mean? This is the approximate what you're looking for. Wow, Falgi, he's useful for something. I'm going to say inshallah. Inshallah, sister. Inshallah, sister. Is this timestamped?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so let me, what's your email? I'll send you what I...
Oh yeah, let me...
Like, the scripts. Yeah, the script's pretty much done. It's just more me saying, here are legal things. This is how people manipulate people. You know, this is how these laws happen. You know, that kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
I appreciate your help, by the way. Thanks for helping.
Oh, you're fine. Like, obviously, you know, I'm often busy because I work, and then I have live server on my hands at times, and then I have live on my hands at times, so...
Gotta wrangle the kittens. Gotta make sure nobody's getting groomed. We're not doing a good job.
You know, I'm always, like, everywhere, so that's why I kind of disappeared for a while, because I was like, oh god, everything's on fire.
Because it's on fire, but yeah, that was, like, one of the, like, my frustration is one of the because I had a really bad, like, Lio knows this, and I think that's why he sat, like, he helped me to be a little bit more firm, was to get Becca to talk to me, so Becca can...
Okay. Does she start this off by saying that...
Hi, I can already hear you. Hidden, this isn't the Courtney video. I know, but hear me out. I recently had a call on the third of October with the YouTuber ILoveKP's a lot. Me and her have been in contact since the controversy started, and I was on her staff to help, though I was never quite present due to my real life, and we never quite managed to connect for a call. I was, to an extent, fully unaware of how malicious KP can be, and how willingly she obscures things, such as her lying about being no longer in contact with Courtney despite posting this screenshot into her server, a message she clearly got from Courtney. So when I got into this call, it was originally under the premise of genuinely wanting to help KP improve her second response, and explaining to her why her first response was perceived so poorly. KP took it upon herself to lie. In the end, she implores my help with comments for her second response, which, by the way, is just as unhinged as the first, and upon having that pointed out to me, I realized that I am entirely uncomfortable with playing a part and possibly being used as a justification in someone's weird, self-centered, and maliciously obscure crusade against their critics, because nowhere in here does it ever seem like KP is actually interested in accountability. Much rather, it feels like she's suffering from post-traumatic account.
How you're feeling, or I don't know what you're, because I don't know if you know how my server works,
Hello?
but like basically every okay, you go do that.
Alright, so if this is all, then I'm probably gonna yoinky shoinky and skedaddle and bother my husband.
Okay, you go do that.
I like that laugh.
Yeah, you too, thanks.
Alright, bye!
Because I don't know if you know how mods and mini mods just...
Okay. So she sent it to Hidden Heroine, and then Hidden Heroine uploaded it, and sent it to Hidden Heroine for help. Hidden Heroine and it was Barbie. What? Okay, now that that's out of the way. And then this is the schizophrenic emails that she sent Saberspark. I don't know why she feels entitled to Saberspark's response, because she's insane. So why Oplock's statement is damning against Beckett. Wow, an American man says something and somehow it's a British person's fault? Wow, this is the Anglophobia that they warn you about, guys. Mr. Block believed that he had, quote, inside information. The places op in the same ethical and legal position as Malcolm. Received private information originating from a privacy breach, repeated it publicly as if it were legitimate. It's your voice on a recorded call, dumb bitch. It is legitimate. It's you making statements. It's you saying things. Hello? If behind closed doors I say, I actually love country music, this is not a legitimate claim. You literally said it, you stupid fucking cow. Okay? Yes, correct. Also, again, once it is public, no one is liable for covering public information. It was made public. 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 Okay, it was made public. I don't know what else to say. This is a distribution network. Like, it's not that deep. You're incredibly fucking stupid. You're dangerously low IQ. I am concerned that you do not have a caregiver appointed to you. I am very, very concerned for you. You are so dumb. You are quite literally one of the dumbest people I have ever had the displeasure of speaking to. Okay? It is not a distribution network. This is very clearly the chain of events. You make a video making a complete fucking dumbass out of yourself. biff it hard, fuck your credibility. It comes out that the person that came out with the bullshit allegations, that the allegations were bullshit, that you helped write them, and that you threatened her behind the scenes to say something publicly to bolster your credibility so you didn't get fucked. Then you posted a half-ass bullshit gay fucking apology that wasn't even an apology. Then you posted a community post or whatever. Then you disappeared from the internet. And in the midst of that, people were looking for information relating to the circumstances of your total fucking blowout, okay? I'm not talking like you just had an oopsie and shit your pants. There is shit smeared on every single fucking wall in your room, all over your face. It's in your hair. It's in your food. It's in your linens, okay? Everybody that enters that room is getting Ebola, okay? When there is topical interest, people are going to be curious naturally about how this came to fruition because you have multiple people involved in a controversy of which the origins of the information are questionable, the presentation of the allegations are questionable, and the biases about the people presenting the information are questionable, okay? If Lily Orchard made a hit piece on you, you would probably say, wow, she's a little bit biased. I don't think that this is a good person to be relaying this information, as you should. You have a weird psychosexual fetish obsession with Saberspark for some reason. You're fucking pissed that he didn't want to fuck you. Hate to break it to you, no one does. Hard reality. You were waiting with bated breath for this girl to come forward with her rape allegation. You helped her doctor it to sound more rapey. Then you published it and made an everything but the kitchen sink allegation video. Yes, people are interested in how that came to fruition. Yes. People are interested in that. It is not a distribution network. It's people being like, wow, this is fucking crazy. I wonder what happened. Oh, this happened. That's cool. I should talk about it on my stream. That's all. It's not that deep. You're not special. There's not a dark cabal. There's not like legions of people. There's not some space laser like conspiracy, okay? And that's not anti-Semitic, okay? It's not some tinfoil 5G like brainwaves bullshit that we're all in a cabal and we're trying to get you. First of all, low-hanging fruit, bitch. You got yourself. You didn't need anybody to do anything. If nobody did anything in this entire situation, you would have completely self-immolated anyway because the only thing that you know how to do is self-destruct and get high. Those are the two things that you know how to do. It's not a whisper network. It was very public. It was very open. It was done in public. It was reacted to public because it was public fucking content. People were doing coverage because they want money and you're an idiot. It's not that deep. There's not a cabal. You're not worthy of a cabal. You're not smart enough for there to be like this big gay ops. You gay ops yourself, dumb fuck. You did it yourself. Nobody needed to expose you. You exposed yourself. Nobody needed to twist your words. You made a big enough fool out of yourself with your original fucking words. There's no dark cabal. The cabal is you. Look inward. Not outward, okay? Fuck you. You're so dumb. Legal implications of secondary recipients receiving this, blah, blah, blah. Redistribution in second hand is still redistribution. Someone else leaked it. It does actually erase legal exposure. If something is public information and you cover it publicly, yes, that's how that works, actually. That's why no one got in trouble for the Dominion thing. That's why nobody got in trouble for reporting on the state secrets that Edward Snowden leaked, or Chelsea Manning leaked, because once it is public, people are free to comment on it and provide commentary on it. Not true. Conclusion, the existence of private information pipeline originating with Beckett. Now it's an entire pipeline, guys. It's an entire pipeline. And the human centipede of information, where am I in the centipede? This is important. Hang on. We have our human centipede here. Okay, so this is the human centipede. So obviously KP is the front of the centipede, right? So, wait, she needs to be on all fours. Sorry. KP is at the front of the centipede, right? Okay, and then so information is going in the centipede, right? We're going in the centipede. Okay, so this is KP, right? Okay, who's next? Who's the next part of the centipede? The next part of the centipede is probably Barbie, it sounds like. So the next part of the centipede is Barbie. Okay, and then after that, it's kind of confusing. I think that we have like a weird, like, Puck 69 position going on here. So there's two of us here. It's Becky, and then it's me, it's Malcolm, and Falgi, I think. And then our butts come together here somehow. And then we have Cartoonishi, right? This is Cartoonishi. Okay, and then so the centipede information. So I think I got it. The centipede information comes through KP. Okay, it's digested. It's shitted out into Beckett. Then Beckett shitted and farts it into me and Falgi, and that's kind of confusing because there's two of us. We're both in the cuck chair, and then it comes all the way back around, and then Cartoonishi gets a double helping of shit. Got it. Okay, noted. Write that down. Important. That's going in the document for later. Okay. Other legal implications. Even though Mr. Block and others did not participate in the original leak, the following actions still constitute dissemination or unlawfully obtained. Okay, then, okay. Do it then. Pull the trigger, Piglet. Do it. Beckett created an informational whisper network. It's not a whisper network. This is how these communities work. Welcome to commentary. Everybody's commenting on public shit, okay? Everybody is... The content, I will agree, is incredibly incestuous. I completely agree with that. Oh, you're right. Sorry. Barbie transitioned to Beckett. My bad. I didn't mean to pink pill or blue pill. My bad. Sorry. I fucked up the centipede. We'll get back to it. Okay. This issue is not commentary. It's the unauthorized circulation. Okay, then take it to court. Let's see. Civil liability for using illegally obtained private material. Blah, 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 blah. A lot of interesting stories coming out about KP's former team members. How long has this been going on for? Obviously, this was all testimony. It should be treated as such, but holy shit, this woman's life sounds like a fucking shit show. The individual is censored, but KP's hospitalization that she shared, sharing details about the private medical information. Dude! This is not a HIPAA violation. HIPAA is for healthcare workers. Okay? That's... No. This can't be. No. This can't be. Okay? HIPAA is for healthcare providers. It's not for random fucking people. Okay? If I tell Jules in chat, if I say, hey Jules, I have a secret for you. I have hemorrhoids. Okay? And then Jules tells everybody, that's not a HIPAA violation. If Jules is my nurse, and Jules says, hey guys, Goddamnit Malcolm is my patient, and Goddamnit Malcolm has hemorrhoids. Okay, that's a HIPAA violation. It is not a HIPAA violation for me to disclose my own health information to somebody else, and then somebody else talks about it. That's not what that is. DZ knows that I have asthma. Okay, if DZ tells you guys that I have asthma, that's not a fucking HIPAA violation. If DZ was my doctor and DZ was telling everybody that I had asthma to own me or whatever, that's what a HIPAA violation is. This girl, that is an underselling. This grown woman, unironically, has a lower IQ than like a 6-year-old. A 6-year-old. Protects individually identifiable health information from unauthorized disclosure by covered entities. Covered entities and those acting on their behalf are caregivers, care providers, legal authorities, state agencies, and healthcare providers. That's what those are. Not the person that picks me up and takes me to my doctor's appointments because I can't fucking drive even though I'm 40 and I have nothing to show for it. HIPAA applies directly to healthcare providers and insurers. U.S. courts also recognize medical information as highly protected data in tort and privacy. Let's just look up this statute because this is fucking bullshit. Let's see. 45 CFR 160 and 164. Sets a rule for safeguarding health information, applies to health plans, clearinghouses, and providers, and their business associates. PHI is any identifiable information, and it can be in any form, electronic, written, or oral. Patient rights, uses, and disclosures. So the appropriate uses are for payment, treatment, healthcare operations, and things that generally require patient authorization. So, for example, if somebody needs insurance coverage, you can discuss like what care they were given to determine if there's insurance coverage. Same thing, like if somebody is disabled and they need, paid leave or something like that, or if somebody is disabled and they're in like supported housing, or if they have a caregiver, that applies to that as well. Within 164, administrative, physical, and technical, those are the electronic aspects of PHI. And so the PHI, the 164 is specifically for the electronic purpose of it. And so the electronic purpose of this, it covers different forms of record keepings and things like that. So, like, when HIPAA was created, essentially, everybody did paper charting. Now everything is done online with different applications, okay? People are sending emails to each other, coordination of care, shit like that, phone calls, text messages, Zoom meetings, web meetings with providers, things like that. All of that falls under 164, which is the electronic form of HIPAA coverage. So what that means is that if you are a provider and you provide services like via telehealth, that it has to be on a confidential platform. It can't just be like on FaceTime or like WhatsApp or like on Discord. It has to be on a HIPAA compliant site, okay? And that emails that contain PHI are either secured or they don't reveal any identifiable information. So like initials, we're not using like date of birth. We're not using like identifiable information like, my patient, who is a 6'4" basketball player who used to play for the Miami Heat, who is now a DJ, wants to know if, like, obviously that would violate that. That's what the 164 is. The 160 is specifically for the rules and the terms and the state laws and the enforcement of this. That's it. So this is total dog shit. 160 is the enforcement. 164 is just the electronic caveat, because like previously when everybody was writing everything down on paper, there was no electronic record keeping. They had to update it to include electronic record keeping. So this is for providers and people that are included in people's care. This is not you sharing that you have a stanky fucking dirty fishy pussy with one of your friends on Discord. That is not covered by HIPAA. I'm sorry to break it to you. I'm so sorry. Okay. Restate second of tort. Establishes liability for public disclosure of private facts, including medical information. Let's see. This usually applies to caregivers. Involves suing for privacy invasions like unauthorized intrusion, public disclosure of private facts. Patients can't... Oh, here you go. Patients can't directly sue under HIPAA. Instead, they have to use these common law torts along federal and state HIPAA rules. Private rights of action under HIPAA. Patients can't file a lawsuit directly under HIPAA. Department of Health and Human Services is what covers this. Like, this is for, like, caregivers and shit. This isn't for, like, person to person. This isn't like Rowan tells me that he has like a nasty yeast infection. Then I'm like, oops, I told everybody that Rowan has a nasty yeast infection. That's crazy. That's not what that's for. So that's not how that works. And then UK GDPR. I imagine that this is the same thing, Data Protection Act. I guess that I'm assuming this is the same thing. So GDPR, Data Protection 2018, UK HIPAA. Let's see if this is similar in any meaningful way. Entirely different scopes. Oh, this is helpful, guys. Let's take a peek at this, okay? Covered entity. A covered entity can be a health plan, health clearinghouses, healthcare providers. Who needs to be HIPAA compliant? Any covered entity, business associate of a covered entity is legally required to be HIPAA compliant. So the three main rules: privacy, security, breach of notification. So because KP's stupid, what this means is this includes like private businesses that provide insurance, things like that. That includes this as well. Okay. And then so the General Data Protection Regulation has become law in the UK. Under GDPR, organizations are required to safeguard and provide documentation of the protocols used to protect PII. These documents include the following. Regardless of size of an organization, must appoint a DPO if it's public authority or body. Core activities consist of data processing. So this doesn't even count for Beckett. Is Beckett a public authority or body? No. Does Beckett's YouTube channel's activity consist of data processing and operations? No. Does Beckett's YouTube channel activity consist of large-scale processing of special categories of data and or personal data relating to criminal convictions or offenses? No. No. Okay, cool. So that's total bullshit. Google's free. KP, you stupid fucking bitch. Okay. Additional case law. Establish disseminating private facts even if they are newsworthy. What is this? Let's just have some fun. Let's have some fun while we're here. Stolman v. Group W Productions. Let's check it out. Group W recorded and broadcasted the helicopter rescue of the Schulmans without their consent. While a person has no objective reasonable expectation of privacy, and the accident scene itself is generally a patient's conversation with a provider or medical care in the course of medical treatment emergency services is an expectation of privacy. So held, conduct of hitching a ride on a rescue helicopter and placing the microphone on the nurse to record the conversation. You dumb bitch. Did you even read these? She totally just had ChatGPT generate all of this fucking shit. This case was about a news reporter sticking a fucking microphone on a nurse to get coverage. You fucking dumb slut. You stupid bitch. Oh my god. What's this one? That's crazy. Let's see what this one is. Pearson v. Dodd. Materials obtained by third parties. Okay. Is about a senator. The senator repeatedly entered his office and removed various documents. They made copies of the documents and distributed the copies to the defendants who published their contents. The originals returned to the plaintiff's office. Held. The interference with the plaintiff's use of the files was not to serve as a warrant payment for the entire value. The values were removed at night, photocopied, and returned to their usual place. The interference with the plaintiff's use must be far greater than the tort conversion with the necessary award the information. The court set forth elements of conversing, noting the striking feature is to be awarded the entire value of the property with the interface. So this was because they were like fucking with evidence. You stupid fucking, you stupid fucking beep! You dumb fucking beep! You stupid fucking beep! I fucking hate this beep! You stupid fucking bitch. And then our bravest warrior, Killjoy, ran this through an AI detection. 78 out of 113 sentences seem likely AI generated. So, KP, you're fucking stupid. You're fucking stupid, and it's actually fucking pathetic that ChatGPT spat all this shit out for you, and you didn't even think to fucking Google it, because none of this applies to HIPAA, you dumb fucking beep! Okay, if you know the material you're using came from an illegal or unethical source, you inherit liability. That's not how that works at all. If you are given a gun as a gift by your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpappy, and grandpappy got his gun when he deserted the army in Nam, and he gifts you the gun, you do not inherit the liability. You are not then charged with desertion and being court-martialed. No. No. Okay, your work is under copyright protection. The moment that's created, fiction is form, blah, 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 blah. Don't care. Don't care, don't care. Don't care. Didn't ask, don't care. Didn't ask. Womp womp. The script in the August 2025 audio was stolen property. It was not fair use. It was not a public document. It does not fall into journalistic intent. Copyright, blah, 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 blah. KP, quoting herself. I used to have a lawyer friend that tried to help explain this better, but it turns out she was kind of an idiot. That's actually fucking insane. That's actually insane that you would say that, because the only idiot here, you, my dear. The only idiot here is you. How interesting. What about recordings? Protects all recorded audio, including private conversation. Each speaker owns a copyright to their spoken words. Uploading, blah, blah, blah. Wiretap. Safe harbor rules. I don't know if this is true. Do you have copyright ownership of personal? I mean, technically, I guess. This is just such minutia. I mean, I guess if you want to go the legal route, all legality is just minutia, but like, okay. Okay, if we're going to use this argument, we're going to use this argument. U.S. copyright law automatically protects all recorded audio, including private conversations. Each speaker owns the copyright in their own spoken words. Does Barbie not have a copyright claim to that call then? It's also her intellectual property then by that standard. Whatever. Why doesn't YouTube take down private calls, even though both speakers in a recorded call, blah, 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 because a person's blah, blah, blah. YouTube does not automatically remove late calls. Copyright enforcement requires the copyright holder to file a claim. I don't remember what the case was. I can't remember what fucking case it was. Beckett was talking about this. It's that Discord owns the calls. If a call is recorded on Discord, does it become? He's just reading like the AI summary of all of these, because there was a case where forget what fucking, it wasn't Count Dankula, there was another one that Beckett mentioned. But like there's an argument over the intellectual property of shit that's hosted on third parties. Like if I tweet something on Twitter, is that like technically it's still like my intellectual property, but like Twitter is somehow involved because that's the platform that's hosting it. I don't know, whatever. I'm going on a rabbit hole that I don't need to go. Other extension digging into KP's private life. Commentators did not limit themselves to discussing the script. They used the leak and the general situation as a springboard. In combination two, circulate unconfirmed private information cited from people in KP's private personal life, present publicly as well as a general parasocial speculation. No one is parasocially attached to you, bitch. It's actually just fucking hilarious to quite literally be the physical embodiment of the damn you live like this, bitch meme. Like, yeah. When you want to be famous, KP, unfortunately, what comes with that is people making comments about your life. That's what happens. You wanted all this attention. Unfortunately, with high attention comes high positive and negative attention. And unfortunately for you, because you were like probably locked in a closet as a child or something, you can only focus on the negative attention, and it is consuming you. And it will continue to consume you. The hate, it will consume you. Okay? People will gossip. Before the internet, there were tabloid drama pieces in the newspaper. This is not new, okay? If you want the smoke, don't start a fire, okay? Like, I don't know what to say, okay? If you want to keep your shit private, just, like, get a fucking diary then. Misinterpret her intentions and emotional state. Access, discuss, and frame confidential material. Build content off of non-consensual disclosures. Encourage parasocial character assassination. I don't think that she knows what the word parasocial means. I don't think she knows what that means. This is legally significant because blah, blah, blah. That elevates the case from normal commentary to intentional participation in a privacy violation, knowing use of improperly obtained material, and the implication of harm for profit. This is exactly what civil courts overruled in the cases before. Okay, then try it in court, KP. And then KP quoting herself again, like the virtuous twat that she is. People are allowed to talk about the case, videos, or other public information. That's not the issue. Where I draw the line is obtaining private and leaked information. And she also frames this as, like, obtaining it, like people are going out and looking for it, as if there are not people in KP's inner circle that she's pissed off that have an active incentive to disseminate this information of their own volition. Nobody's holding a gun to these people's heads saying, tell me all about her weird pissing her pants shit. Nobody's doing that, okay? A lot of these people are sharing this of their own volition because you pissed them off or they think it's funny. That's really all it is. Okay, let's power through. We're almost done. Not really. Possible motivating factor. This section does not assign motive or intent. It outlines reoccurring themes. Okay, so let's look at these patterns, guys. Let's see. The following potential motivating factors appear repeatedly in the now that how the situation has been framed. Disagreement with KP's public stance. Multiple commentators appear primarily motivated by the opposite. Oh my god, we're doing the Saberspark shit in this too? Girl, please, brevity is an art. It's the weapon of the sane. Multiple commentators appear primarily motivated by opposition to KP's refusal to characterize Emily Jones's sexual assault allegations against YouTuber Saberspark issue as false. No, it's about how you got the information, how you edited the information, your ability to platform the information, you threatening her behind closed doors, and the fact that you conveniently left out that you have a psychosexual obsession with Saberspark. It's all those things as one. KP has concluded there is just not enough evidence for her to possibly determine indefinitely. But there was enough evidence based on a testimony alone for you to platform the allegations and put your credibility behind it, even though it was so fucky-wucky that you had to edit it to make it look more non-consensual than it was. That's crazy. That's crazy. Such information contributing to the case that implied trauma-related memory issues contributing to Emily's differentiating public versions of the event. Yeah, I hate when I forget what I had for breakfast yesterday, and then I was like, oh, actually, I was raped. Yeah, I hate when that happens. That's crazy. And then the evidence that Saberspark was able to provide publicly contradicts her narrative and claims and retelling of events. And so if there is text evidence of them having a mutual friends with benefits relationship over the span of a significant period of time, that definitely outweighs her, I have memory issues, but maybe I vaguely remember it was revealed to me in a dream that maybe something bad happened. Yeah, the text evidence that has been provided contradicts this, yes. And I'm going to trust text evidence, like physical evidence, over someone who has memory issues and their retelling of events. Yes, 100%. Cross-examinations of Emily's alleged past online. History to imply dishonest or malicious intent, aka the perfect victim myth. It's not the perfect victim myth. It's that if your only evidence is your reputation is going to be speculated on. Yes, 100%. No, she is just mad that everybody wasn't sucking her dick about this. And No, hard pass. Continued contact between a victim and the assailant of a sexual crime is unfortunately very common in cases and does not equal dishonesty. It does if they're in a mutually agreed upon friends with benefits relationship for an extended period of time. Yes, it does, actually. It's not that, because there is a pattern of people who will have a hard time, like, staying away from or whatever. This is really common in grooming or like abusive relationships or whatever, that somebody like reaches out or talks to the person that allegedly assaulted them. That doesn't inherently mean that they weren't assaulted, correct. But there are text messages, again, proving that they had an ongoing friends with benefits situation that she mutually participated in. And by her own admission, she said that she eagerly participated in all of these conversations and acts, and then later, or like concealed her true feelings and continued to maintain the relationship. Is Saberspark supposed to be able to read her mind? If she's willingly and eagerly participating in this friends with benefits relationship over a period of time with no indication, no verbal, no physical, nothing to say otherwise than like, yes, I'm participating in this with you. Is he supposed to read her mind? Like, come on, dude, this is such bullshit. Additional sources, trauma and memory loss. Oh, very cool. Wow. Quote, painting Emily as a liar solely on Saber's word and her reputation as the perfect victim bias, which is both... Oh, this is a message to Beckett. I don't care. And to be clear, KP, the third person, still gay. Personal opinions about the details of the case are not fact. They are simply her opinion. They're simply your opinion, sure, whatever. But if your opinion is that there is enough veracity of this for you to throw your credibility behind, then unfortunately your opinion is perceived as fact by your audience, and that's the problem, right? That is the problem there. Further to clarify, KP initially accepted the accusation as presented, later encountered the pressure to characterize as fabrication in May 2025, and ultimately clarified her position after identifying the inconsistencies in the prevailing narrative, discussing the case with mental health professionals and doing her own research. Doing her own research is asking ChatGPT, will I ever find love? Is it normal that I've had a yeast infection for 2 months? What to do when guys run away from you in public? What does it mean to have a job? What's a 401k? I would love to see her Google search history, dude. I would love to see her Google search history. I bet that shit's fucking hilarious. Mental health professional. KP has apologized multiple times to Emily privately for that period of confusion. If you blow shit up in public, why does anybody give a fuck about your private conduct or your private behavior? Below is an example where she quotes her message, cutting ties with Lyle Convoy. Just to keep you in the loop. Oh, wow. This is... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Sending this to Emmy, just to keep you in the loop. Lyle, I'm trying to be patient and clear about my boundaries, but I have reason to believe that parts of our last conversation were shared without explicit permission, and I am beyond exhausted. At this point, I don't think that you're getting the full picture. You seem unwilling to acknowledge how badly this has spiraled and how much responsibility you carry by connecting me to someone like Beckett in the first place. Wrong. And I defended Beckett on this, and Lio even acknowledges this, is if Lio sends somebody to Beckett, and Beckett doesn't agree with the framing, doesn't agree with the evidence presented, and decides not to run with something or whatever, that is not Lio's fault. It is not Lio's fault. Okay, there have been several people that have asked me to do like kind of hit piece exposés, and I'm like, I don't really do this kind of content. Sorry, but I can send you to a couple of people that do. See if they'd be interested. You can bang their line, but I don't do that kind of content. And then if Beckett says no, I'm not going to cover this, which in some instances he has, that is not a poor reflection of me because Beckett decides there's not enough to work with. Oh, send you feet pics? Yeah, you got it. No, it says that we're still not friends. Actually, I sent you a friend request. It's Elijah Wood's foreskin quilt, right? And that's it. That's it. That's correct. That's correct. Lightbot says that I can't send it to you because we're not friends. Why are you lying to me? Why am I being gaslit? That's crazy. It also seems like you made the decision on my behalf without full transparency, and I feel infantilized by that. Well, then act like a fucking grown adult, and everybody will stop treating you like a kid. Stop shitting and pissing your pants, and you won't have to wear diapers. Very simple solution. You've done this before, protecting me from the truth of Lily. Blah 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 blah. We've read this before. Also convinced Courtney is the main mastermind behind all of this, and I don't want to be in the middle of that. I implore to reach out directly if you have concerns, not make theories in your head based on a single sided perspective. Okay, I don't care. We've read all this before. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Okay, there we go. Now the message sent. Thank you for stopping lying to me. Thanks for stopping violating my consent. That's awesome. Okay. Continued. Identified framing patterns. Emphasis on alleged malice rather than documented conduct. Commentary frequently centers on asserting malicious intent, platforming false allegations, bad faith, or vendetta, and rather than addressing the documented actions taken by KP, which was the documented evidence that we have here is that KP was brought forth many allegations by Bonk, chose to not cover them because there wasn't enough evidence, but literally shit her pants at fucking light speed when presented allegations against Saberspark and platformed them without questioning, by her own admission that she did not give enough scrutiny or pushback to the allegations when they were initially provided. That was her statement. Let's remember that. Or the legal procedural limits of making determinations about truth or falsity outside of judicial processes. Okay, then why make content at all? Why make content at all? Like, obviously, you can still give your opinion without it making, like, literally true, okay? Like, you can say, I think that O.J. Simpson is a murderer, even though he hasn't been convicted of murder. I can still say Hitler is a Holocauster, even though he's never been convicted of the crime of Holocaust, okay? That's part of giving commentary? No? You're a YouTube creator? You should be aware of this? Yes, you should be aware of this. Narrative framing aligned with the outrage-based commentary. The coverage often adopts language and framing consistent with high-conflict, outrage-driven narratives, such as portraying KP as a public antagonist. Yes, you're trying to strike people's shit for covering you negatively. Yes, that's antagonistic. Simplifying complex legal and psychological issues into moral absolutes. Like what? Give examples. Emphasizing reputational condemnation over factual uncertainty. There is not factual uncertainty. Again, Saberspark provided text messages that he recovered on his phone that contradict the person who has a self-proclaimed shitty memory. I'm going to trust, like, text evidence over that. Yes. Rejection of uncertainty is a legitimate position. KP's position that the events likely occurred in some form while acknowledging the uncertainty and legal limits has been treated as unacceptable. If you don't want to do this kind of content, just make your shitty Disney videos. Can't take the heat, stay out of the fucking kitchen. Clarifying note on the allegations, regardless of a personal opinion held by any party, a rape allegation can only legally be determined through a judicial proceeding. No. No. A rape allegation can only be legally determined to be false through no. False or innocent. You are innocent until proven guilty. Innocent is the default. Incorrect. And that is your entire fucking problem here, KP, is you went in with the assumption of guilt, not the presumption of innocence, which for somebody who is like really into like this legal LARP or whatever, God bless, you trying to go back to school in your geriatric age and your 4 brain cells. This is like, innocent is the baseline. Innocence is what you start with. Presumption of innocence is the entire framework of the legal, like, system. And you didn't do that. So you already fucked it from the start. You're fucked from the start, okay? And, like, you can still make determinations about things and give your opinion and perspective, which is what you did as a commentator. Nobody thought that you were giving KP's expert legal opinion. Nobody thought that. It was a commentary video about your opinion and platforming allegations. No such determination occurred. Public assertions of falsity, therefore opinions, not findings of fact. Until the court case is presented. Okay, well then why did you... Whatever. Oh, okay, for additional context, blah, 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 blah. I kind of want to look these up because these are fun. These are kind of fun. What is... Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm feeling adventurous. I'm feeling kind of free. Winship 37 or 397 US. What's this? Let's see. Let's take a peek. Can I just get like a... I just want like a little... Oh, here we go. Okay. Conclusion. In a 5-3 decision, the court found that when establishing guilt of a criminal charge and the strict, quote, reasonable doubt standard must be applied to both adults and juveniles alike. In the court, like, so she's just doing... She's just... Okay, you're not the Supreme Court, bitch. What the fuck? What's this one? Milkovich versus Lorraine. Lorraine Journal. Okay, what's this one? In a 7-2 decision, Justice William H. Rehnquist wrote, the majority opinion reversing and remanding. The Supreme Court held that there was no special constitutional privilege for opinions. The statement in the newspaper were sufficiently factually proved to be true or false. So none of us are newspapers. None of us are journalists. Okay. Okay. And then I love this meme. This is, you guys might recognize this meme. This is my thumbnail. I was so inspired. I felt silly. I'm so silly, guys. Sorry. I'm just so silly. Wow, that's crazy. Oh my god, wow. Okay. Anticipated response. Okay, here's the problem here. Is that we're not opening our listening ears for feedback. We're listening to respond and attack. Okay, we're the Queen of Darvo. The following outlines likely response pattern of individuals previously involved or in adjacent issues discussed. These are blah, 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 blah. Observed pattern. Historically frames disputes as a matter of opinion or commentary while minimizing procedural or legal concerns raised by others. because you had the ability to take the legal route and you didn't for whatever reason. So this is where we are. Okay, we are here on the internet. We give our opinion. That's the entire fucking point. Okay. Tends to recast objection as emotional overreaction or misunderstanding. Yes, you are stupid. Correct. Quotes from Beckett's own works, including whatever. Framing conclusions before presenting evidence. Beckett frequently singles conclusions early. That's crazy. I get accused of that. That's funny. At the onset of his coverage, he tells his viewers they will learn that the quote truth is more insane than you can imagine. Yeah. Before introducing any primary material, sure. Whatever. Yeah, it's content. Okay. Use of authorial signals to establish epistemic authority. I would gun to her head, KP could not define epistemic for you without ChatGPT. That's crazy. Beckett frequently invokes personal effort, expense, or access as a proxy of reliability without transparent sourcing. He frames his role as uniquely positioned to resolve uncertainty. I received an original draft or whatever. Like, why it matters, these signals imply completeness and authority. And discourage it, whatever. You did the same fucking thing with the Emily allegations. Okay, whatever. Narrative cohesion through character framing. He characterizes the accuser's credibility through the analogy rather than evidence, because smart people can actually follow analogies. Sometimes that helps people understand things. KP, did you have breakfast this morning? How would you feel if you didn't eat breakfast today, KP? Please respond, not clickbait. He frames the accuser's testimony as implausible. Wow, crazy. Selective knowledge about uncertainty. It just sucks that there's no definitive answer. We'll have to come to our conclusion. Yeah, sure. And he's giving his opinion. If you're too stupid to tell those two things apart, skill issue, I guess. Problem. Coverage of Barbie script was published shortly after KP raised substantive challenges to framing evidentiary basis of earlier reporting. While timing alone does not establish improper intent, the overlap is notable as the script had not been addressed prior to coverage. It's interesting, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, so this is her, let's talk, this is her video, 25K. ILoveKP's original response, the same amount. LOL, you got mogged, dude. You got mogged. You got fucking mogged. You got owned. You got bodied by somebody. You have 122K subs and you got mogged by somebody with 7.6 or 7.37K. Or, oh my god. Am I having a stroke? 9.37K. Jesus Christ. Crazy, dude. It's like, you're posting your own owns, dude. This is like a humiliation fetish. This is a humiliation fetish. Pressure and coercion around pregnancy. Oh my god, let it go! Let it go! Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so this is in response. This pregnancy thing is allegedly Emily and Saber Spark hooked up. They fucked without a condom because they're dumb. And Emily was afraid that she might be pregnant. Or maybe they did use a condom, I don't remember. Either way, she was like, Saber, I might be with child. And he was like, okay, well, let's take a pregnancy test. And she was like, no, I can't. And then after a while, he was like, okay, we just need to take a pregnancy test. Like, I need to know if I'm going to be a dad, obviously. And KP frames this as like, pregnancy test rape? I don't know. Like, he is the potential father. He has a right to know. No. He has a right to know. No. On why using the term baby trapping is problematic. While not a clinical or legal term, discussions of baby trapping often reflect a dynamic where one partner attributes malice or intent to the other's reproductive outcomes. Like, this is just like terminal levels of autism and black and white thinking. This is terminal levels of, and correct, Cinder, she did say that she had an IUD, so she did lie. So she did lie in regard to these allegations specifically, which does damage her credibility, which is what we have to do when you have no fucking evidence, and she says that she can't remember anything, okay? Baby trapping, and for my autistic girlies in chat, this is black and white thinking. Stop doing this, okay? You can learn how to fix this and change this, okay? There are 100% women who will baby trap men, okay? That is not to say that every woman is a baby trapper. That does not mean that every woman who, gets knocked up or whatever is baby trapping. Doesn't mean that at all. Doesn't mean that at all. But there are undoubtedly women who try to baby trap men. And what baby trap means is that I know that Sniffy Tugboat makes a lot of money, a lot more money than I make, okay? And we're kind of a thing. We're kind of a thing, Sniffy and I. If I get knocked up by Sniffy, I get fat fucking child support. I get fat fucking payouts to keep it quiet because, you know, Sniffy's a big celebrity these days, okay? It's like dollar signs for certain people. And to rely on the baseline, I think it's baseline fair to say that your assumption should be best faith. That should be your interpretation for most things, is best faith interpretation, okay? Do I think that she was trying to baby trap? Okay? That should be your best faith interpretation. 9 times out of 10, you're going to say, no, probably not. However, there are women who will baby trap men because they want money, because they want clout, because they want attention, they want a fat check, whatever it may be. This is not uncommon, okay? It doesn't never happen, okay? But again, operating under the assumption that most women are not trying to do this, okay, fine, whatever, okay? Emily claims that she had an IUD, so sorry, you're not getting pregnant. The second thing is that Saberspark had mentioned that she would do weird shit to get his attention all the time. Like, if he wasn't paying enough attention to her, like she faked passing out at an event or whatever when they were at the Brony convention, shit like that, okay? So it is not unreasonable to then conclude, there's an IUD, she's not pregnant. 2, she's done really dramatic shit in the past to get his attention. 3, she could be lying in an attempt to try to save or maintain the connection that she has with him by lying about being pregnant. I'm sorry, but there are crazy women out there. There are. I hate to burst everybody's bubble, okay? I really do. Not all women are worth protecting, okay? Not all women. Not all women. Not all of them, okay? Some of them are evil. Some of them are baby trappers. Some of them are vindictive, okay? Sometimes that happens, okay? Sometimes that happens. Beckett's potential response to behavior post-release. Okay. I think that Beckett is the new psychosexual attachment of KP. This is crazy. KP's confrontation with the alleged leaker. This is actually really funny. Note, I won't be discussing you publicly further for what it's worth. Previous statements still stand. I'd like to reiterate, do not contact me again. I'll leave you alone, but I think you might be a bit confused. Let me respond anyway. Like, this bitch is spiritually, a beep. You know, you should cover your drinks around her. She doesn't understand, like, no, I don't want to talk to you. She doesn't get that. That's crazy. She's so fucking pushy, dude. She's so, and she sent this whole fucking thing. She is crazy. She is fucking crazy. She's gonna kill somebody one day. I believe it. Okay. What to watch for, new material introduced. Without explaining how much. Okay, summary observations. We're back on Beckett again. He's not going to fuck you. Sorry. Okay. A case study narrative reframing Beckett's coverage of Chris. Okay, let's just get into it. Technique. Beckett establishes KP's dishonesty as a premise before presenting supporting material, orienting the audience towards a fixed interpretation from the outset. Woman is lying to you, and if she's not going to tell you the truth, I will. Okay, based. You can't trust KP. She lies all the time. Based. Why this matters. By asserting lying before evidence is introduced, it's basically the argument of well poisoning, but if you can substantiate it, who cares? It doesn't matter. If it's well poisoning to say this bitch be lying, and then I show that this bitch is in fact lying, the well is no longer poisoned. Okay? Well poisoning is only a tactic if what you're saying is untrue. Or if you're trying to frame or, like, dishonestly state something to skew people's perceptions of others. If those perceptions are founded and substantiated with evidence, which it was with the Chris situation, the well is no longer poisoned. It's only well poisoning if it's dishonest. It's not dishonest. You lied. Yes, correct. Fact. Me saying you're a liar and then I show you receipts is not well poisoning. That's not how that works. Reframing harm is humor. Minimizes the Chris incident by reclassifying it as a joke. KP agrees that it was a joke. Yes, it was a joke. Everybody agrees that it was gross and inappropriate, but you're, like, reframing this into a sex crime. Telling a fucking gross, disgusting joke at the expense of a woman is gross. It's inappropriate. Guy's probably a freak. Okay, cool. It's not a sex crime. That's not a sex crime. Okay. Further review, blah, blah, blah. Sexual harassment, and then we have more of these. Harassment by communication, targeted sexual harassment, blah, blah, blah. Disorderly conduct, public or directed sexual statements that are grossly offensive. She's gonna try and say that this is disorderly conduct. Please fuck off forever. Okay. Are we done, like, mind reading Beckett? Are we done with this? Even the main issue is Christian. I don't care. I don't care about your schizophrenic emails. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Lio. Okay, we care about this. Position self as mediator or neutral party while continuing informal involvement often emphasizes de-escalation and discourages further scrutiny. This is true. But that isn't necessarily bad. Okay, this isn't necessarily bad. He does position himself as a mediator, and oftentimes he does that in order to gain access to conversations that he shouldn't be privy to, which is fair. And continuing informal involvement, I agree with this. However, like, discouraging further scrutiny or telling people to just drop it, unironically, was probably the best advice in this entire situation was for KP to just fucking drop it. Unironically. The fact that the single most important, crucial piece of the puzzle that if KP would have picked up and put on the board, would have changed her trajectory forever, came from Lio Convoy, which is crazy. I'm urging everyone to move on or let it go. Yeah, that's for the best. It was like a couple of months of dead air, then you brought it back, and everybody forgot. It's like, I just don't understand it, because there's huge periods of time where nobody is even thinking about KP. Nobody has any idea who KP is. The content's dead. It doesn't matter. And then she reignites it. Yeah, you should let it go and move on because you keep drawing attention to it. Yeah, that's good advice. Framing continued discussion as unnecessary drama. It was. He was trying to help you. He was trying to help you. Lio acts like he's above it all. Lio Convoy is a drama slut, just like the rest of us. He's a fat little piggy that likes to roll around in the slop, just like everybody else, okay? He was doing this because he wanted to help you. If he wanted to be a drama frog, he would have said, keep talking, live stream. You should live stream about it, actually. You should talk to Beckett more. You should release more calls. That's what he would say. Illustrative language and hypotheticals. I don't think relitigating helps anybody. At some point, you just have to disengage. So he's using big words and it hurts her feelings because she's stupid and can't keep up. Gotcha. Okay. Malcolm. I fucking hate this guy. Let's go. Based on prior commentary behavior. Okay, we're just saying the same thing. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're gonna see. Hang on. I'm not spoiling. Based on prior commentary behavior, procedurals, issues raised in this report, Malcolm's post-release response realistically falls into 2 limited pathways. Okay? Let's see. Where's my poll? Where's my poll? Give me a poll. Give me a poll. Okay. Do I follow KP's anticipated, or did I? Are we? Am I? Excuse me as I go through the 7 stages of grief trying to formulate this question. Am I following KP's anticipated path? No. Or actually, let's read it and then you guys tell me if I did this. Did I follow KP's predicted pathways? Okay, so let me read this first and then you guys tell me if I did it or not. Opinion 1, or option 1, disavowal and distancing. Malcolm may attempt to preserve credibility by asserting that he lacked knowledge of how the Barbie-related materials were obtained. This approach would require him to disclaim awareness of any unauthorized acquisition or circulation of private materials, reframe prior commentary is based on incomplete or secondhand information, distance himself from the sourcing and chain of custody identified in this report. I have done none of those things. Listen, I've done a lot of things to damage my credibility. I'm not stupid. I know there are certain things that I do say, there's certain coverage that I've done, certain behavior that I've engaged in that has damaged my credibility. I'm not an idiot. Coverage of KP is not one of those things. Let's just make no fuss about it. Okay, that's exactly what that is. And then option 2 is doubling down. So I'm going to start this poll and you guys tell me if I do this. Option 2, alternatively, Malcolm may reaffirm prior conclusions and continue to characterize procedural actions such as DMCA filings or privacy complaints as malicious or suppressive. This approach carries risk. Girl, you do not want this smoke. You do not want this fucking smoke, bitch. Reinforces reliance on materials whose acquisition is disputed. Heightens exposure to additional DMCA filings if non-public content continues to be used. It's dead. Kim, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my phone, my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. I wrote 2 letters back in autumn. You must not have got them. This is dead. Why the fuck would I relitigate dead drama from 2 fucking months ago? 6 months ago? How long ago was this? This was like almost a year ago, dude. I don't have shit to say about your previous leakies. The leakies have been covered extensively, bitch. There's no reason for me to fucking cover them again. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Obviously, I'm not going over old shit. If new shit comes out, I'll cover it. I'm sorry. Sorry to disappoint, bitch. I'm not going over all the old leakies for you. What do you want me to do? Just sit here and watch my old fucking content? Fuck you. You fucking idiot. Heightens exposure to additional DMCA filings. Do it. Do it. Pull the trigger, Piglet. Do it. Do it. Rock my shit. Do it. You will not. Because you know it won't fucking go anywhere. And you can be a fucking piss crybaby bitch all you fucking want. I know you're not gonna do it because you know it won't fucking go anywhere. And I know you don't want the fucking smoke. I know that you don't. I know that you don't. I know you don't. So just don't do it. Let's don't say we did. Okay? For your preservation and for the preservation of my fucking precious time that I actually enjoy other than getting so high I forget where I am. You already lost 10 times over with Beckett. You lost 10 times over with Falgi. You lost 10 times over with Hidden. You lost 10 times over with Internet Adjacent. Add me to the list. Do it. Rack them up. No one is afraid of you. These vague threats don't work. You have already tried the DMCA route. It went nowhere. We know that you have nothing. Increases the likelihood of being viewed as materially connected to the dissemination of improperly obtained information. I don't know what you want me to say. This is like, what do you want to do? Let's talk about this realistically, babe. Have a seat. Have a seat. Let's talk about this. Sit down. Take a seat. Okay. Let's talk about this realistically. You want to subpoena every single random glup shitto that has ever stumbled across a piece of information, either in an archive, hearsay, backrooms gossip, on Tumblr, a dead link that was archived somewhere else, and you want to subpoena all of that to establish a chain of custody of a call that you don't even know who gave it to who, what, when, where, and why. For what? Because Silly Weasel 21 linked it in the fucking suggestions chat? Because Goofy Goober 123 remembered that they were in a group chat with you last year and saw some embarrassing shit and posted it on Twitter, and then somebody sent it to me. You are schizophrenic. You are fucking clinically unwell. There is no dark cabal to bring you down. You are not unique or special in this regard. I know that you think it's unique that you're getting all of this hate and this negative attention. This is not unique to you. This is the same scrutiny and coverage that everybody else that makes a complete fucking fool of themselves on the internet gets. Okay? You are not unique in this. You are not uniquely oppressed. You are not uniquely targeted. You are not uniquely slighted in any kind of meaningful way. Okay? As soon as somebody's shit blows up, everybody that knew someone's cousins, sisters, brothers, first wife's dead uncle twice removed, that person went to school with that person, and they have a funny story from when they went to school together. You are not unique. You are fucking friends with Christian, KP. I know that you know that this is how this goes. I know you know this is how this goes. There is no dark cabal. You are not unique. You are not unique in any aspect of your life. There is nothing that is unique or special about you. You are not uniquely talented. You are not uniquely smart. You are not uniquely intelligent. You are not uniquely gifted at socialization. You are not uniquely gifted at art, content creation, commentary, Disney shit. You're not good at anything. You are not good at anything. You are not even good at being a lolcow because you take all the fun out of it because you do this. You take all of the fun out of it. Because you're literally making a schizophrenic document, reading into people's mind states at 4 o'clock in the morning after 27 fucking milligrams of Delta 8 gummies. For who? It's for you. Your narcissism, your self-victim complex, and your ego are your Achilles heel. You are not that important. And I'm so sorry that no one told you that when you were growing up. That no one has ever been brave enough to say to your face that you are not that important. You are not that special. You are not special, period. You are not uniquely important in the grand scheme of things. You do not have a unique perspective, insight, or talents. You are painfully average. Painfully below average, if we want to be completely fucking honest and transparent in the spirit of mind reading, okay? And I know that that is your, probably, realistically, your greatest fear. That you are inadequate. You are inadequate. That little quote that says, our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Does not apply to you because you are inadequate in every literal sense of the word, and it oozes from you. And every single person that has ever had the displeasure of engaging with you can see it. Clear as day. And I am so sorry that no one has told you to your face. So, to your face, you are not that important. You are not special. You are not unique, and you are not talented, okay? This is the same shit that happens to every other dumb fuck that blows their shit up online. You are not special. Repeat those mantras to yourself, okay? You are not special. You are floating on a rock, going millions of miles per hour through space, just like every other single fucking person. The only thing that you're good at is being a fucking joke. Honk honk. All right. Okay. This option prioritizes narrative consistency over risk mitigation and may entangle Malcolm more directly in the procedural or legal issues outlined. Cool. Do it. For your sake, I really hope that you don't, dude, because I hope that, truthfully, unironically, I know that deep in your heart you know this. I think that you have lied to yourself and told yourself this isn't going to happen. If you go to court with anybody who you've been, DMCA striking, You know that everybody is going to be in there clowning on you the entire fucking time, and you will give people months, if not years, worth of content to milk from you. If you don't want to be a lolcow, stop mooing. These are not predictions of intent, but structural constraints created by the document's facts. None of this has been proven in a court of law. Actually, fallacious appeal to authority, Your Honor. Whatever. Don't care. Cartoony sheet. Don't care. Barbie. Likely response. Formal restraint. Probable silence pending institutional review. Okay. Barbie also isn't a content creator, so I don't know what you expect out of this. Based on the past patterns, responses are more likely to focus framing tone and perceived intent rather than procedural facts document. Shifts in evidence to character assessment, assertions presented without engagement, source limitation, calls to disengage. What to watch for? Sudden neutrality from previous confident voices. Literally nobody is switching up, dude. You're not fucking scary, okay? It's not like Mike Tyson is fucking squaring up with you at the club, okay? This is like a little kid kicks your leg. Like a 2-year-old is like running into you with their trike. You're not scary. Nobody is changing their opinion because you wrote this schizophrenic document that was made with ChatGPT. No one cares. Claims that, quote, both sides are messy without engaging in facts. No, both sides are not messy. You're messy, bitch. You're messy, bitch. The call is coming from inside of the house. When's the last time you showered? You fucking trollop. When's the last time you showered? I showered today. And I'm gonna shower again before I go to bed because I like to be clean. Okay? I like the feeling of cleanliness. I know that feeling is foreign to you, okay? Watch yourself. What this usually indicates, loss of safe outrage farming, fear of being wrong on a record. One more important meta pattern. Argue tone, they can't argue facts. Literally, we're arguing any of them. Argue intent, they can't argue character. Conclusion. Before we get to the conclusion, PSA. Clip it and ship it. Clippers in chat. BBC, bitches be clipping. I want this clipped and shipped. I want this everywhere. I want to see it. I want to see it on the front page of Twitter. I want to see it. KP, you say here that there is a predictable pattern of people refusing to engage with evidence and only engage in character assassination and cannot contend with facts. I challenge you to a conversation in an arena of your choosing, a moderator of your choosing, and I will even let you have one additional person in the call that can help support you. We'll do a 2-on-1. I want to argue with you the facts of 1, the Saberspark allegations, 2, the DMCA claims, and 3, why you think that you can make mind-reading interpretations and why others are unable to do that. Those are my 3 points of contention in reading this document. I want to argue with you. I want to argue the facts. I want to argue the process. I want to argue access. I want to argue every single one of these things with you. I will do it in a calm, collected manner. I will not raise my voice. I will not use profanities. I will not attack your character. Hand on the Bible, I will not do it. Moderator, venue of your choosing, plus 1 friend. Anytime you have my messages on Discord, I've sent you a message and you did not respond to it. For some reason, you have no problem ignoring other people, but you get pissed when other people ignore you. I challenge you to a conversation. Time, place, venue, support, whatever you want. I concede to it. Let's have a conversation about it. Let's talk about the facts. Own me. Own me in the marketplace of ideas. And I'll tell you what, if you agree to do this conversation with me, I will take my old coverage down. If you have a live conversation with me and try to argue the facts with me, I will take down all of my previous coverage that includes your perceived copyright content. I will take it all down. You don't have the time or the money or the resources to fight this endless legal battle that you've already lost thrice before. Let's not do it again. Let's save each other the trouble. If you have the conversation, not even if you win the conversation, if you have the conversation and you show up and you try in good faith, I'll take down all my coverage that has the claimed copyright information in it. I'll do it. Stop being a fucking pussy, dude. Nut up or shut up. Enough of this bitch shit. Enough of this forever war. It's bored. Everybody's tired of playing this stupid game with you. Let's just squash it. Let's just squash it. Let's just squash it. Okay? I'll be waiting to hear from you. Clip and ship. I want to see that fucking everywhere. Clip and ship it. Twitter. Discord. If you use Facebook, I guess. I don't... Instagram. Blue Sky. Clip and ship. Clip and ship. Clip and ship. I want to see that shit blowing up. I want to see you guys on Twitter tagging me in the shit. Go, 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 go. 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 Let's go. Okay. Conclusion. Let's wrap it up, boys. This report is not written out of malice, revenge, or personal grievance. It exists because of a serious ethical and legal boundaries were and are being crossed, including dissemination of private materials and information, professional misconduct by an alleged licensed attorney, and weaponization and monetization of confidential communications, blah, 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 blah. And then we have more of this shit. Thank you for your time and attention. KP fans and server mods. There is not a single fan left, sweetheart. It's just you and the four walls. Note, the KP public fan server will be closed for the current time. Please check social media. If you have any additional concerns, you can email here. Blah, 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 blah. Additional resources. Okay. Wow, we did it. We did it. Yep. Cool. That sucked. KP, balls in your court, bud. Balls in your court, bud.